Hi, things! Hello! Good afternoon, everybody! Hi! Hello! How are you guys doing? Hi! I'm tired. We walked around the bunch because we went out to eat and I got overcome by gluttony, so I ate a ton. And now I'm reaping what I sow because now I'm tired. But how are you guys? I still wanted to stream though. I was like, I'm not canceling the stream because I got fucking ganked by the spirit of gluttony. Greedy pink thing. I wanted chili. I hadn't had chili in 2 years and I had a gigantic bowl of the stuff. And then I had a milkshake. I could have shared a milkshake with my husband, but my fucking stupid ass was like, no, I want all of it. And it was so good, but then I got home and I was like, ugh. Is the little thing kicking yet? No. They could start kicking at any point, I guess, but usually with your first, you don't really feel it until like 20-ish weeks or so. You are eating for 2. That's a myth! You're supposed to eat for 1 and a little bit. But that was pure greed. That was pure greed. That was, I saw the milkshake on the menu and my fucking greedy ass went, ooh. And of course I got a fucking strawberry one because pink. And then hubby got one too. And then the owner was super nice and she gave us the extra from our milkshakes because it was an American style diner. And then it was like, oh, more food. And then I got up after and it was like, oh no. And I felt so ass. You know when you eat too much that like you can feed your food in your throat? Thankfully the walk back home helped me a little bit, but then I had to sit down when I got back. I was like, oh, I hate this. Are cravings possible this early? Genuine question. Not everybody gets cravings. Cravings happen to about 30 to 50% of women, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. It just depends on how poor or well-balanced your diet is. It was more like I wanted chili and I had not had a milkshake in a while. The flesh is weak. The flesh is very weak. The flesh wanted a fucking chili and the flesh wanted milkshake and the flesh ate shit for it. Showers help me when that happens to me. Yeah, except I couldn't get into the shower because I had to get back home and do some work still. So I was like, cue me, laying down with my scented candle, groaning while I knit my fucking baby blanket because I couldn't move, while hubby glared at me from his computer like I fucking told you so. Worth it, oh yeah? Oh yeah! But next time, I'm probably gonna like only eat half of the bowl of chili and get the rest to go. What kind of chili Vanguard? It was like Tex-Mex style, but the owner is like Mexican-American, so it was actually made with really decent chilies. Like, I could taste the fucking,
Who's your favorite side character?
Spice in there.
Ones like Rennie or Blade doesn't count, but the ones with less screen time or significance. I really like Bogart.
Bogart is very funny. Who do I like best? Probably Bok. Sweetie. Big Sweetie. Thank you. And I think Selen counts as one of those two. Selen and Bok. Don't you get it when hubby's right? No, because he told me, dude, you'd better not make me regret this. We'd better not get back home after we go to eat and have you be like, oh, I'm tired.
I have long learned that if I get a milkshake at a restaurant to make sure I am very hungry because milkshakes are meals in of themselves.
Oh, no, message received. Also, this place is open till like 2 a.m., so if I ever do want to get something late at night, I know where to go. Thank you. I crocheted my neighbor's baby blanket. I'm crocheting mine because one of my grandmas is dead and the other one's too old to do it. And my mom doesn't knit. No fucking way in hell my sister's gonna do it. So I'm basically retaking it up, learning to do it. So far, so good. But I haven't run out of my first skein of yarn yet, and I don't know how to add new yarn, so that's gonna be a learning curve. I have a feeling your baby's gonna have a good family. I mean, I hope so. I hope I don't create, like, a screen baby weirdo.
celebrating my birthday with Pink Thing and chat.
Happy
Was wondering if you would
birthday!
review the No More Hero characters.
I'll think about it, and happy birthday. I hope it's a great one. Thank you so much for the super. That's super generous. Birthday supers. Those are always very sweet. Thank you. When my best friend got pregnant, I think the worst part for her was when her feet got swollen so much she needed help putting on footwear. Yeah, that can happen to you if your blood pressure isn't like in check and if you're not moving around. That's why I'm glad I walk everywhere.
Our crusade against the church continues. Time for another Elden Ring character review.
Yeah, baby. Thank you.
Lily G. Pet.
Mr. Ogre, thanks so much for the super. That's so sweet. Thank you. Wait, do Lily parents even have siblings? I do have a bunch of cousins on both sides of my family, yes, but everybody's in Mexico. Everybody's in Mexico, like... Both my parents and my sister are in Mexico, and all of my cousins are in Mexico. One of them is in Europe, but we don't really get along. Meow. See, here's the thing. I don't particularly have a ton of people I can ask help for at first. My mom is going to come for a bit, though. So I'm not super worried there. Where's your husband's family? Also in Mexico. They're visiting in this month, though. Because they don't know. Fun fact, they have no idea. And hubby's idea was if they couldn't come, he was just not going to tell them. He was just not going to tell them that we had a kid until we showed up to Mexico with a kid. And guess what? He doesn't want to travel with a baby because he says he doesn't want to be that person. But I told him he's going to have to get over it because otherwise our grandparents can't meet them. And he just wanted to show up at the airport and get picked up by his parents and be like, surprise, grandkid. And I was like, you can't do that. Your fucking mom is going to kill you. That's a funny idea, though. It's funny, but, like, dude, his mom would never forgive him. I was like, I have to... No, I would tell them, and he was like, no, don't you dare. So I'm really glad that he managed to pester them into coming, because otherwise they wouldn't find out. And my mom, when she heard that he was planning on doing that, she was like, do not. Think of how funny that would be, though. It would be hilarious, but, like, his mother has already Baba Yaga'd my baby, that she says that if it's a boy, it's going to be, like, the most difficult child imaginable. I don't know what kind of fucking Noroi she's gonna put on me, on the kid, if she doesn't fucking find out till later.
What do you feel about Gideon? The fact he used to be friend with Saluvis says a lot about him. Not anymore cause Saluvis turned his GF into a puppet.
That's the thing, right? I actually really like Gideon as a character. I think that him being a giant pain in the ass is very fitting. Thank you for the super, by the way.
My dad did that with me. He didn't tell his parents that he was married and had a kid until he got out of the Navy.
You can't do that with a Latam family, though. Like, Hubby's family is weird. He thinks that his parents are not going to get excited at all. And I mean, if they don't, fine, whatever. But, like, you don't understand. I told them, you don't get it. Like, in my family, it was, like, the best fucking day of my grandpa's life. He still calls me every so often to check and ask how I'm doing, and he says he's been praying for me daily, which I think is the sweetest thing. But his family has no clue. Not a one. And he was like, yeah, we just don't tell him if they don't come. I was like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, it's the sort of thing you have to say in person. Yeah, but not when the kid is already here. Es sentencia de muerte en Latam si ocultas algo a la familia. Las familias en Latam son muñeras. Todas. My parents will totally say it's about time. My dad did. My dad was like, there's no nice way to ask your fucking kid when they're having a baby because it's like a lot of pressure, right? But like we'd been wondering and I was like, what? And I got kind of like, I was like, Dad, I never said I didn't want kids. I just said not now. Latino families are very noisy. Oh yeah. But here's the thing. Hubby's family's weird. Oh yeah, by the way, here's my kid. Would have been very funny, but they would have gotten so mad. Meow. It's like a fairy royal baby birth curse and the child and family because they get invited. I'm so afraid. You married an actual evil mastermind. Yeah, I kind of did. It would have been funny, but I'm pretty sure my mother-in-law would not have liked it at all. Maleficent-ass curse, dude. I don't even think he's planning on telling his sister. In fact, he says that the one that's gonna tell them is me, and I'm like, I think it's gonna be kind of obvious.
Your husband's family cursing your baby is absolutely diabolical, but also hilariously on brand in a way I can't really explain.
Oh, he claims that there's already a Noroi in there. He claims that there's a Noroi that if it's a boy, it's gonna be an incredibly difficult child because his mom always used to say so. But like, I cannot imagine the level of angry. You'd be able to tell them without words. He wants me to hide it in like a big hoodie or something. And dude, it's May. It's getting hot out. Your mother-in-law would have cursed your child and do that with a pettiness of Gruntilda. Yep. Hi. And if the baby's a girl, no Noroi? I don't think so, no. I think it only applies if it's a boy. Selective curses, neat. Yeah. If fursuits can have ventilations, why can't hoodies? They're not that bulky. So the curse is sexist. Got it. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it's like specifically if it was a boy. You took care of angsty bunnies, right? How much tougher is a human? A lot. But to be fair though, after a few years, they start taking care of themselves. A dog and a rabbit are like toddler age forever. Thoughts on Mesa Heirloom? Yeah, haven't seen it yet. My mom told us that one of my uncles married into someone with black magic, and we have not disproven that entirely yet. Honest to God, could you imagine? What's this circle under the carpet? Don't worry about it. Just like chicken scratch satanic symbols in there.
If it's a boy, maybe carnation, a pink and red flower? Or cerise, which is a cherry pinkish color.
Those names don't work in Spanish, if those are names. Has your daughter improved all the way? Oh yeah, I kicked that shit in the ass like a month ago. Why do we need a candle budget? We have a candle budget! I like scented candles. I bought a Yankee candle, and that shit is tanky. It's huge. It's like 150 hours of fucking candle because I need them for meditation, right? And I was like, well, at least I'm gonna get a nice one. And I always saw that Yankee candles are apparently really big and they're supposed to be smelling really nice. Considering the fact that the candles I like to get here in Spain are smaller and they're really expensive, a fucking Yankee candle for 30 euros that has like 150 hours of burn time is pretty fucking baller. So I have a candle budget. Candles are women behavior. Hubby likes them too. Hi. Apparently there's candle etiquette, chat. I didn't know this. You're supposed to like cut the... when you burn it, you cut the tip of the wick off when you start like burning again, when you turn it on again the next day. And you're supposed to like let them burn for like 3 to 4 hours so you don't get tunneling. So the candle burns evenly and you make the most use of it without like having a lot of extra wax that doesn't actually burn at all. What got you into drawing not safe for work specifically? Oh, Dare. I like flower-scented candles. I have a jasmine one right now and I really like violet ones. But I don't dislike the dessert ones either. I did not know this. Apparently, there's candle etiquette things. A dare? Well, not exactly a dare. See, like, my artwork has always had, like, a sensual touch by nature, right? And when I first started doing it, friends and boyfriend at the time were like, Lily, I love you, but, like, you're too much of a prude to draw anything like lewd. And I was like, bet. So I drew one, and I actually had a lot of fun doing it, so I made more. And then he was like, hey, you could sell this shit, and then now we're here. It was out of spite at first, yeah, but I really fell in love with it, honest to God. It was never done for clout or for the money, I just really like sex. And it's really fun to draw, and I think I can get some pretty good stories out of it. Lily lore, yeah. Wait, that's how it works? That's so much wasted wax. You're supposed to light them for at least 3 hours! If you don't, they do this thing called tunneling, how there's like a ring of wax on the outside of the candle as it burns down, and that's really wasteful. Not every dare turns into a career. It did for me. Imagine you got into animation instead. I mean, I do anime, just not that much.
Funny. My mom actually became a mechanical engineer out of spite because she was told women of color couldn't be engineers.
Spite is a phenomenal motivator, especially for women, I've found. Thank you. But yeah, I do animate. Here's the thing though, right? When you're putting your skill points into like art, you kind of have to decide what like you want to do with it. And I decided I want to tell as much stories as I can, so I put all of my skill points into speed. Animation isn't exactly speedy. I can get about 2 fuck loops done a month, usually, but not much more, because it's very time intensive. Do you animate? Are you referring to the opinion to model? No, besides that, I mean, the model is animated, but I do, like, 2D animation, but nothing super complicated, just stuff for Patreon. They're called fuck loops! They're called fuck loops, what do you want? It's a character fucking. Lou's gonna work till she's 90, and purely out of love for the game, mama. I will work so long as my hands work. Or I'll learn how to draw with my feet. Draw simple or detailed? I draw simple because simple is faster. I don't need to make museum grade pieces. I just need to be able to fucking make my comics. And again, you adapt your art style to whatever suits you. To whatever it is you want to do. The fuck loop node on the skill tree. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm using my animation fundamentals for. Maybe then your art will turn to museum painting material. Meanwhile, for me, I like to spend a lot of time shading when I found out doing line art to be painfully hard. See, here's the thing. I don't struggle with lines, and I have color down to a science. My only limitations are ye old hand injury and time, basically. What did you do first when you started practicing just asking for a bite? Okay, let me fucking tell you the mistakes I've made so you guys don't make them. When I started getting into artwork as a career, I very quickly hit a wall, which was my anatomy was not that great. So I had to basically reteach myself how to draw and how to draw people specifically. I had to go back to basics I refused to learn when I was in high school when I first started doing this, and teach myself all of the fundamentals again, relearn how to draw people properly, real people, not cartoons, and then I was able to fix my art style into a way that I liked way more. So if you want to, actually get good at drawing, you should probably start with your fundamentals. You don't have to do hours and hours and hours of this, but like, Draw like 100 circles, 100 triangles, 100 squares a day for a little bit. So you can basically like draw them almost perfect. Then do cubes and spheres and like fucking pyramids. And then do perspective. And then after that, pick your specialty. You can actually practice drawing stuff in like low poly using like simple figures to make complex objects too.
Your teacher needed to jingle keys while teaching.
No, it's not that I didn't have a good teacher, is that I did not go into like actual classical training until I was way into high school, which taught me how to sketch, but it wasn't like a drawing class the way that I had in college. Hubby always said that if you want to get good at perspective drawing, you have to see the world in low poly, and I kind of agree with him.
Here's some context for the latest Overwatch video. Sigma doesn't know that Talon is using him as a weapon.
Aw.
He's just an insane old man continuing his research on the universe, not knowing he's helping evil people. It's very tragic and sad.
Still would. But thank you. Draw balls non-stop to get good art. Yeah, basically. But once you have that shit down to a T, you can pick your specialty. Backgrounds. People who are really good at perspective tend to be really good at backgrounds, side note. When you say draw squares, do you mean without rulers? Yes, without rulers. When I first started learning how to sketch, my art teacher took my eraser from me. I was like, why? And she was like, because you're going to erase your mistakes and redraw them again. Draw over your mistakes, then erase. Like, no rulers, no eraser, Final Destination, like, Fox only. If you can, do it traditional, too. No stabilizers, no Photoshop, no nothing, okay? Pencil, paper, go. That's the best way to learn. And as an adult, you're gonna learn pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. I still have to draw very lightly. Oh yeah, don't gorilla grip your pencil, please. I did that.
Sigma wouldn't hear the universe over me screaming.
Eh, baby. Thank you. Honest to God, the last boss of perspective drawing is probably the sphere. That one's hard. I don't even think I make them very well. Hubby can do them really well, though. What's a gorilla grip? Exactly what it sounds like. Digital feels slippery. Digital has a lot of really helpful things, but they can become crutches if you don't fucking know the basic fundamentals without them. A good stabilizer will do wonders for your line art, but if you can't draw without the stabilizer, you're gonna be in a bit of trouble if anything ever happens. My absolute biggest fear in art is landscapes and color theory. That's what's gonna be the biggest final boss to me. I fear that more than trying to learn anatomy. I mean, if you're specializing in backgrounds, then yes, you should be a little afraid of landscapes, but color theory is not that hard to learn. You just have to, like, learn the rules and then play with them. You sound very sophisticated. I have no clue what you're talking about. Oh, art! Drawing things. A stabilizer is basically a part of drawing software like in Photoshop or TSP or Paint Tool Style that basically smooths out your line. Everybody has a little bit of jitteriness to their stroke when you're drawing anything, especially if you're trying to draw like a one big line. What the stabilizer does is it smooths the line out for you. Very, very helpful for digital art, especially line art. I learned art wrong when I was in like, oh, my drawing anime and cartoons and this is great. And I'm like, wow, I don't know how to draw a body. That happened to me. I learned with anime first, mistake, and then real people later. That's why when your art teacher is like, no anime, they're not doing it to be an asshole. They're doing it because if you learn how to draw real people first, you can stylize much better later. It would help if they, you know, explain that instead of just yelling at you, but that's why they do it. You use Clip Studio Paint, right? I use Clip Studio Paint, Photoshop, and Paint Tool Style. If I want really, really crisp line art, Paint Tool Style is my go-to.
I'm going to point out a low poly example since Hubs brought it up. Mic Motion and his Clockwork Maiden work is a good example in low poly.
Oh yeah, I mean, low poly stuff is always very cute, and it's good to, like, learn volume. Thank you. Oh, by the way, if you've ever been in a class that has, like, a drawing model, let me tell you this. Just treat it as an object. That's not a person, that's the thing that you're drawing. My friend used to get in trouble because she would Ken doll the model in art class in college. And I was like, dude, just draw the wang first. That's your anchor point. And then just draw everything else around it. Don't even think about it. In hindsight, that should have been, you know, foreshadowing. But, like, I didn't mind at all. Just treat it as an object, not a person. And then you're not gonna fucking get embarrassed. The teacher gave her shit. She was like, where's the ween? Meanwhile, me in the background trying not to laugh. And I was just like, draw the wang first, and then you can just draw around it. It's fun. It's your anchor point. In 3D, you anchor skeletons at the pelvis.
I thought of you watching a guy sketch. Not because of the art, but because I found myself saying, those are some deep strokes, out loud, and blaming you.
Energy. Thank you. Yeah, just see it as, like, object, and then it won't be that embarrassing. And, like, my art teacher was really strict, so if anybody so much as, like, fucking giggled in that class, you'd get kicked out. My teacher was like, you've done this before, and I was like, not with people, no.
You know, Lily, I saw your Pokemon NSFW video the other day, and it's really funny to me that the harem lizard and the femdom plant weren't at the top.
Me too! Joel and I were super confused. Thank you. Most of the models I had to draw were, like, women. I had one male model, and I had to draw him in the nude. His ding dong started pulsing. Actually, do you guys want to know something funny? Sometimes in my class, people are like, why are all the models low-key kind of uggo? The really pretty people are expensive. Like, literally, the prettier the model, the more they charge. And they know this. Should a very beginner start with 2D shapes? Yes. Add volume later. Yup, yeah, the expensive models are the really pretty ones. Good tits are expensive. Wow, rude. Well, no, it makes sense. I don't draw, but I paint Warhammer, and I've learned a lot about colors watching you on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you. Also, the models aren't allowed to talk to you while you're working. They're just supposed to, like, pose in silence. My favorite ones were gestures, which was like, hold a pose for 20 seconds, gesture that shit out as fast as you can, switch pose. And, like, my teacher was nice. Hubby's teacher, from what he told me, I never had a class with him. I'm so sad. If anybody so much as laughed or did anything stupid while there was, like, a model in class, you would get ejected from the class. Assignment failed. No making it up. Mine was just, like, leave. Damn, I mean, yeah, like, look, these people are being very vulnerable around you. They're stripping so you can, like, draw the human figure, okay? The last thing they need is some fucking dipshit barely out of their teens idiot to laugh at them. Bigfoot, thanks so much for the sub! Automatic F. In the teacher that hubby had, automatic F. I never got to have a class with him, and he was apparently great. They actually axed the art program in my year. I was one of the few last people who managed to have, like, drawing classes before they axed it, and they just went to, like, ooh, web design.
I modeled for life art and I was so nervous. It paid well, but I was so scared of getting a bone or someone knowing who I am.
Oh yeah, no, it pays really well. It genuinely does pay super, super well. Thank you. That sucks. It's okay. I mean, I did learn how to draw otherwise. My teacher saw my life drawing and he was like, you've done this before. And I was like, yes, but not with a real person. Like, I've done it in art class with, like, portraits and shit. Because portraits was, like, the kind of, like, thing that I wanted to specialize in before I got into college. The art fund at my high school had the magic ability to end up being spent on the football team. Sadly, a lot of universities don't really, or schools in general, don't care about the arts. They don't. They really don't. And it's a problem because all the cool shit that we enjoy in our day-to-day was made by artists. Does it help to have the canvas at an angle instead of on a flat on the table? I prefer to have it as at an angle, yeah. Alright. About time we jump into tonight's segment, shall we? So. Doing a quick little setup and then we can start. Modern art is boring. I like the old school stuff. I like landscape paintings and shit. Time for you to gag at more Elden Ring NPCs. Hubby told me I need a gag emote. It would probably help. Yeah, gag emote that you guys can spam. I don't know if Twitch would like that one, though. Okay. Elden Ring. As you guys know, if you've seen me stream before, I actually really like Souls games. I enjoy them immensely. They're very cathartic to me, super fun, very challenged. Lily is a tryhard. Yes, I enjoy them. And Elden Ring has been one of my favorite ones. So last week we actually went over a decent chunk of the cast, but guess what? There's a lot of fuckos in Elden Ring. So many characters, so much lore, so many things to see, and so many good designs. So I figured we would pick up right where we left off last time and do a take 2 times 2 of the Elden Ring cast today. And last time, we left off at whatever his name was with the disgusting skeleton armor that made me gag for like 10 minutes. In case you guys need refreshing, it was Ensha of the Royal Remains. Fucking... Okay. We're not starting tonight like this, babe. Switch the fucking slide. Dude. Okay. Point is, it's disgusting. The SCP? Yeah, the guy who fucking attacks you and then you have to gank him. I hate it. I hate it. I'm closing my eyes now. Okay. Okay, so Elden Ring has an incredibly varied and fun cast of characters who almost all end in tragedy. Okay? So we're resuming from there. So after Ensha, the disgusting ore, what do we have? Hi. Heh. Seriously. Smithing Master, Hugh. Now, Hugh is weird. Hugh is weird, and he usually makes your weapons for you. But, like, he's, I believe, the species is called the Misbegotten. They're, like, weird monster things, but he's stuck in, like, the hub. Always. He's the goat, he's a bro, he gets nicer as his story quest progresses, but, like, he's a little bit of a bitch at first. Speaking of tragedy, stop. I know, it's so sad. But he's a great design, because, like, he's, like, not your run-of-the-myth, run-of-the-hill blacksmith, you know? He's, like, more of a weird monster thing that happens to be really, really, really good at crafting weapons. And the fun thing about Elden Ring is that you can literally use the same weapon for the entire game so long as you find the materials to, like, level it, right? And hand it to this fucko, and you can just make them so much better. Becomes a daddy. Yeah, we watched this man adopt Roderica in real time, fun fact. Yeah, he's friend. But yeah, he's called the Misbegotten. The dragon legs are fucking baller, though. These are really weird little guys. Like, they're scaled, they're dragony, sometimes they have a little horn or two, sometimes they have wings, but they're almost always really weird looking. Like, Elden Ring was home to a host of a lot, like the lands between a lot of weird creatures, not just people. You had the I guess there's no word for humans. The people like Marika. You had the Tarnished. You had the Misbegotten. You had the Hornsent, which were lands, Shadowlands. You had the Omens, and yeah, a bunch of people, right? So this is Misbegotten. Let's see his concept. Ew. Ew. Like, the concept, this is actually, I think, the misbegotten concept art, not Hugh specifically, but this is the vibe he had, okay? This is the creature that he is. This is actually an enemy in the game. Let's call it young Hugh when he still had hair, and that is disgusting. Yeah, gnarly, absolutely vile. They are disgusting. I'm not entirely sure on their lore. They could be creatures of the Crucible as well, but they're just really gross, and they're particularly aggressive mobs in the game. That's impressive art. Oh no, the concept art for Elden Ring is always very well put together. I really like how they convey the scraggliness of it all, and how, like, deformed they are. Yeah, like half dragon, half dog, half monkey. They're touched by the Crucible, yes. And they have, like, long tails 9 out of 10 times. Sometimes they have wings. They're always, like, very hunched over. And, hairy in weird places, mama. Looks like something from the Dark Crystal. Yeah, they're kind of like kobolds in a way. Are these the guys with the corpse pile? Correct! These are the guys with the corpse pile, yeah. I think, what was that? Was that in Kenny's fort? I think if you, like, fucking save Kenneth's fort, or something, these, are in there with a corpse pile. There's a lot of corpses in Elden Ring. Sea monkey death, dried out in the sun. That's actually a really, really good way to describe them. Ew, ugly, and now you know why they made that corpse pile. Yep! Because everybody was being mean. Including me. Castle Mort is the one with the corpse pile. Oh yes, my apologies. Further south. They revolted against all the people in the castle and were like, well, I guess we're burning this now. But yeah, the design is basically a creature deformed by touched by the Crucible, deformed, tiny eyes, really big mouth, very off-putting designs for these, I will say that much. Horns sticking out of weird places, scales, like weirdly emaciated, big claws, gnarled out tails, weird fucking wings, all that jazz, and Hugh is one of these. A lot of the creatures in Elden Ring or NPCs are actually based off, like, normal people or mobs, so. You can see that he doesn't have, wings, but he has, like, the little baby wings, the nubbins, and he is weirdly emaciated. He also does have a lot of growth-like protrusions on his head, like 2 different types of scales. He's kind of gray, really knobbly hands and feet. Really nasty. Really nasty. Ew. Okay, so after that nasty, please give me a human, Elden Ring. Oh, bitch, oh. The woman whose hug debuffs you, but worth it! So worth it. Fia, my queen. Fia, the health stealer. Dude, I got to put my head in her tits. Who cares if she takes away like 10% of my health? I got to put my head in her badoobas. The price of being held. Yeah, mama! A necrophile, we ignore that. We ignore that! Apparently they're not, like, they're just sleeping together. Just in the same bed. No fucking, just asleep next to the corpse. We're asleep next to the corpse. Meow. She clones your data for everyone else to fight. I know, and she also ganked a few people, but like, she's so pretty though. I love Fia because she's like she's the very picture of elegant, demure, mysterious, sensual, and she has panties that you can get in the game. That means that someone has likely killed you like several times over. It's fine. Not anymore. Yeah, I think they got rid of those, but you could get them before. You can't. It's a hacked item now. But you can still see them. She's like one of the sexiest characters in Elden Ring, just by vibes alone, mama. Like, she barely shows skin. You can almost never see her face, but the personality is what sells it. They're very, like, mommy, milfy, nurturing. Oh, I love you. Like, let me hold you, embrace me. Like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, but would. I don't need vigor, I'll just dodge, okay? I don't need vigor, I'll just dodge. It's fine. After all the horror she gives, free hugs, hell yeah, my HP's low, worth it. Yeah, if you have, like, if you're, like, running a glass cannon build and you hug Fia, it's like, okay, what is it? One hit's gonna kill me anyway, you're fine. Let's see her concept work, because I think there's a little bit more detail there. Oh. God, she's pretty. So this is, I think, the concept artwork for her armor/clothing. She wears a pretty normal, a pretty, like, subdued outfit, believe it or not. She has a black tunic and a black shawl on top of it. But the thing I really like about it is the kind of deathroot shaped pendant that she's wearing, right? So one of the things you'll find underneath the cities in Elden Ring, there's actually really big underground spaces. And there is this thing called, like, deathroot, which is essentially, like, a dead version of the Erd tree. It comes from the corpse that you find under the Stormvale Castle. It's just spreading everywhere. And Fia is part of the order that deals with that, with, like, or like the living death. I think that's what they call it. And the pendant that she's wearing resembles those, like, very gnarly, sickly roots in silver with, like, black. So, like, death blight is kind of her thing. She has Lady Death vibes because death blight is kind of her thing. I also really like that in spite of the fact that the outfit is pretty unassuming at a glance, the fabric is actually, like, patterned. It has a lot of depth to it. It drapes beautifully. It's pretty fancy, even though the outfit looks really simple. I love the fringes, and the silhouette for Fia is actually so beautiful. It's very simple, but it's very sensual, like, deathly pale. She's blonde, too, by the way. With, like, a black cloak and a black dress, and that's it. It's such a simple design, but it really, really gets the fucking job done so well. It spreads a magic STD. A death blight can literally kill you. It's amazing how much the vibes of an outfit can change just with a cloak, with how draped it is and how, like, fucked up it is. Fia's cloak is giving the vibe of a mourning clothes, right? Because death. But it also looks heavy. It's very well draped. It's kind of heavy in its fabric, and it has a lot of, like, almost silk-like vibes to it with, like, the little fringes and shit. So yeah, it's very impressive to me how they draped the outfit for her to have a lot of flow to it and a lot of movement, but a very, like, graceful stillness of, like, you know, death. I hate death blight. I fucking hate death blight. Like, if Fia started sliding across the screen, like, gliding instead of walking, I wouldn't think it's weird at all. Because it suits the character. And there is more for Fia, by the way. This is, I think, I don't know if this was ever in the game. This was, I think, the Deathbeth Companion set. I think this is what she used to wear when she was doing her job as, like, a Tarnished. It's supposed to be what's underneath the cloak, but that dress doesn't go all the way to the floor. But the neckline for this dress shows you that it's what's supposed to be underneath, because this, like, same little, like, gnarled root pendant that she's wearing is actually in this dress. Yeah, this one's actually in the game. So this is what she's wearing underneath, supposedly, right? More root-like engravings, a completely backless dress. It's so sexy, but it's such a demure silhouette. Yeah, you can wear this dress. You used to be able to wear the panties, but not anymore. Wait a minute. Oh, is that the whole thing? The cloak? Okay, now I get it. Okay, so this is actually what she's wearing underneath. The cloak goes all the way to the ground. I just did not notice that. But look at how this dress is more, it's almost like lingerie. It's almost drawn in a way that shows off transparency. Like, I can see, like, a hint of her belly button there. The panties almost. But I love it because it looks like very sheer ghostly silk. Absolutely beautiful, sheer ghostly silk. The dress itself is backless with, like, some draping that almost also looks incredibly ghostly. I love the jewelry. I love the pendant. I love the very delicate silver embroidery on the chest piece. It's just stunning. She looks very most like a ghost, yeah. And it's supposed to be comfortable because it's for deathbed companions. Yeah, it's apparently I think it's supposed to be very sheer silk. And I love it because it's a type of sensuality that you don't often see nowadays. Nowadays, we have, like, no subtlety, right? So you would be able to just see titty. But this is the type of sexy that was very much portrayed in ye olde fantasy times. The hint of a woman's body, the very slight leave it to the imagination, you know? For me, this is 10 times sexier than just flashing a boob in my face. It's just sensuality. It's the art of the tease effortlessly fucking executed. Yeah, she's barely showing anything. It's just like the hint of curvature, the hint of transparency in the fabric, the fact that the dress has no back, but the silhouette is really modest. It's not hugging her body, it's draped across it. Ye olde men, when they see a woman's ankle, literally just her ankles and her back. I mean, an exposed back that doesn't show the ass crack, gachas could never. You don't need to show the ass crack. But yeah, you can see a little bit of the undies through the dress, but that's about it. It's very, very subtle. If this was in Victorian age, those ankles would send people wild. Yup. Yeah, shoulders, ankles, back. That's about it, really. I just really like how ghostly it looks and how fine the fabric seems. The hairstyle is also very, 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 very pretty. She has the vibe of an angel. It's more like a ghost, but yeah.
Morika's race were the shamans, and they're theorized to be tree people.
Yeah, they actually call them Newman, too, I think. Thank you. She's a ghost with her own agenda. Death.
Ah, yes. The proof that Miyazaki is a sadist. The only positive interaction in this company's entire godforsaken catalog, and it debuffs you.
Literally gangs you 10% of your health, mama.
I don't care if I lose a bit of vigor. A hug is a hug.
I genuinely, like, I don't need vigor, I'll just God. Just, you're missing fucking vigor? Get good. Dodge. You'll be fine. Thank you. Would you? Who? Fia? Yeah.
Fia's a 10, but her job is pretty disturbing.
Yeah. I mean, she talks about it a lot. She's like, does that disturb you? Me? No. Me looking at that titty? No.
Don't mind the necrophiliac bit. We just ignore the part that's checks notes. Literally the entire end goal of her quest line.
Yeah, just ignore that. It's either that or the finger crones, mama.
Considering the man-made and God-made horrors, there is a lot of gentle touches from women in this game.
Oh, yeah, no. Elden Ring embraces femininity in a very, like, gentle and kind of mysterious way.
Considering the connection between death and sleep in this game, the nightgown is a very interesting show of connection.
It is.
Here.
It's just too bad that you don't really get to interact with Saint Trina proper unless you do DLC. Okay, Scarlet Rot is worse. I think Scarlet Rot is more annoying as a debuff, but Deathblight is controllable so long as you don't let the gauge get filled. But, like, here's the thing, dipshits. If you fucking fill the fucking entire bar for Deathblight, you die. With Scarlet Rot, it goes away. Just fucking manage your health better. It smears Scarlet Rot across so much of the map. Well, yeah. Lake of Rot, mama. Marika's Newman. But the type of Newman that she is, I think, is called a shaman. I hate Deathblight. Yeah, just don't let the gauge fill up 5. I mean, same with Scarlet Rot, mama. Anyway. But yeah, Fia's gorgeous. Beautiful character. Disturbing backstory. Still would. I don't need the vigor. I'll just dodge, mama. Moving on. Finger reader. And yeah, I mean, we've seen the finger readers before. This is actually the finger reading crone that is not outside, because there's like 4 or 5 finger reading crones that are just in the maps like, let me read your fingies. Blah. This is the one that directly talks to the 2 fingers for you. So she's a little bit less deformed. The grippers are still out and they're still gross, but she can still sit like a normal person and not like a goblin. And her staff is actually more bells than fingers. At least she's not omega shrimping like scissors. Exactly! Omega shrimping. This is the boss armor shop, by the way. Yes, if you have the remembrances, if you beat the boss, you can get the boss armor here. I never used it. Yeah, Enya is not the super shrimp. But she is in the Round Table Hold, so she is her own type of NPC. You'll notice that the main similarities between her and the other finger-reading crones is that her clothes are a little bit better put together. She's not sitting like an absolute shrimp goblin, and her staff is different. But she still has, like, no eyes, and she's still very old and wrinkly, and she still has a staff, too. Remembrances are kind of super hit or miss. Yeah! Remember when she told you that fingers decided to fuck off for a couple thousand years? Funny shit. That's when you realize that, like, wait a minute, the greater will isn't connected to anything, so we just decided to fuck off with Melina and set her on fire. Like, I love it that when I told Melina that, she was like, what? No, we need to fucking fix this shit. So she was like, you know what? If I set myself on fire, it's like, okay. Her arms are so long. Oh yeah, all the finger-reading crones have really weird arms. And a lot of characters tied to the fingers don't have eyeballs or cannot see. Fire solves everything. Fire solves most problems. Enya does have concept art too, I think. Surprisingly, she has concept art. Who'd have thought? This is Enya's concept art. She's omega shrimping in this one, but like, ew. But you can tell that she's been there for like a bajillion years, just waiting for a tarnish to actually get a great rune so they could talk to the thingies. She has more bells in her final staff, but this one is actually, it looks like it's shaped like fingers. And she's just sitting there, chilling. It looks like she has cobwebs in her eye sockets. Look, she's been there for a long time. Sitting in one place for millennia sounds boring as fuck. They're supposed to be interpreting the words of the fingers, but like... What happened to the fingers, crone's eyes? They never explain that, actually. But it's kind of like implied that you don't really need eyes to understand the fingers. Most finger maidens don't have really good vision either. Like, what was her name? The one that you can feed the Shabriri grapes to. That one's blind, for example. Melina can serve as a finger maiden. She can't use one eye. Like, Hiera. Hiera cannot see either. All of the finger clones have, like, their eyes, like, gouged out. So it has to be some sort of lore thing that you can't see with your eyes if you want to fucking commune with the greater will. But yeah, Enya, her fucking concept art is really interesting because in the game, she doesn't look quite like she's been sitting there for like 12,000 years, but in the concept art, she does. In the concept art, she does. So it's very much implied that she was in that room with the two fingers for like a bajillion, 5,000 years until you fucking showed up, beat the shit out of fucking the grafted one, and got a great rune. Mog proves this. Is the only character who have communed with the formless mother, and what's Mog's face? One horn piercing his left eye. Yeah. Usually, outer gods, that's what they call them, they meddle with people's visions. Millennia also can't see can't actually see at all. Hi! And it was actually an interpretation, because they don't actually know shit. No, they don't. The greater will was actually cut off, from communicating with the fingers a while ago. The greater will really mansplained faith, huh? Yeah, and they can't exactly talk to people anymore. But yeah, point is, Enya has concept art, and, you know, she's been sitting there for like a bajillion years waiting for you to get there.
Enya, the fingers are trying to call the Great Will, but they are getting ghosted. Sucks to be you, M8.
Yeah, and then you were like, well, how do we fix this problem then? Thank you. No, Rani wasn't the one that did it, actually.
Oh yeah, once you're super old, your eyeballs just fall out.
Straight fall out.
Yup, right out of the socket. Crazy stuff, huh?
That can actually happen to you if you get scurvy. Thank you. No, that actually happened a long time ago. You know the weapon you need to give to Rani to complete her quest? Like the fucking finger-slaying blade? It's actually speculated that the people who used to live in Nokron used to be above ground. They basically sliced off a part of Metyr, the finger mother or whatever she was called. And that was the finger that she used to commune with the greater will. And after they did that, all the two fingers broke. But that was way before Rani, and that's why Nokron got fucking punished by meteors raining down on them by Astel. Fucking, I hate that thing. And that's why the city's underground now. Really? Yeah. Yeah, and really, yes, Scurvy can make your eyes fall out.
Across the franchises, most notably Bloodborne, eyes are associated with a combination of increase in knowledge and loss of sanity. The crone's whole thing is to shed their own self in favor of the fingers' greater will.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's why I think a lot of them are dead, too. When they realized that the greatest will was gone, they were just like, oh no. Thanks so much for the super. Have you watched those 3-hour-long Elden Ring log videos? No, I've read a lot of the wiki, though. I need to watch the Vadi video full thing now, though. Baby, we watched the FNAF one! We need to do the Elden Ring one! Bubbies! I 100% of the game, so I can do it. I don't know what's worse. I know a lot of Elden Ring lore, mama. I love the game. Hubby says I can do it if I finish the 7-hour backroom video. Fine, deal.
Wait, I thought Vi communicated with the two fingers way after the shattering, since he is the last to possess multiple greater runes before he converted to Shabriri.
I'm not sure. I think there's a bunch of different ways to talk to them. It's just not the finger. It's not just the fingers. Thank you. Scurvy's existence is why I chug orange juice. Energy. All right, next. Wait, why does backroom have 7 hours? It's fucking empty rooms. Because the children got a hold of it and ruined it. There's like levels and almond water and entities that are friendly, and now it's over-explained to filth and it's no longer scary. Fucking children, I swear to God. There's like camps and factions of people and shit, and it's like, But hubby wanted fucking me to watch it. It's now very dumb. He wants like, fine, if I can get my body video, I'll listen to that fucking assholery. They turn it into the SCP Foundation 2.0, but it's way less scary. Hopefully the movie's better. The movie seems like it's gonna be better. Alright, okay, next. Ah! Baby! Triangle for baby because I love her. Rhea. You guys were talking about the fucking Omega shrimping? Here's your girl. Here's the shrimpiest. The cutest. The baby. I love Rhea. I love Rhea to bits. She's so fucking cute in all of her forms and all of her glory. This is Rhea when she's in her like normal look. She's wearing the noble tunic. It's another one of those outfits you can get as an NPC. And she just has like a weird kind of reptilian face, with a lot of hair, right? So Rhea, the interesting thing about her is the posture. You first meet her and you're like, why the fuck is she hunching like that? And then you go to the fucking like matter and you're like, oh. She has gamer posture, but she's actually the sweetest fucking person. I love her robes though, because like that green looks super good against her skin and like the blonde hair. And she's just so shy. She does not have eyebrows. No. Rhea's super weird. It actually took me a bit to like try and find good art of her because I don't think she has concept art like this. So we had to scour the internet. We had to scour Reddit, and we managed to find this set of ref sheets that I think these are fan-made. Because, believe it or not, the Elden Ring art book doesn't have this. But if you ever wondered what Rhea's actual shrimping looks like, there you go. There you go. So she's wearing the noble robe set. You can get these yourself. And she has like a really weird face, no eyebrows, really wide set eyes, a little mole, really funny braids, but the sweetest. The sweetest. Holy shit, she's a VTuber. She's super scoliosis. Okay, leave her alone. The sweetest fucking person in the universe, chat. Her hairstyle is so cute. She's so adorable. The neck, though, she's going places. There's a reason for this. The only single quest I bothered to look up to make sure I did it right so it has a good ending. Oh, yeah, so did I, actually. With Rhea, I was like, I'm not taking any chances. I don't want to fuck her up. A chiropractor can fix that. No, they can't! Why is she hunching? There's a reason for it, but I'm not telling you. I love her design, though, because they could have just made a normal human NPC for this, but they decided to make her super weird. So Rhea part of the reason why she doesn't stand straight at all is because if she was standing straight, you would be able to tell that there's something a little bit off about her anatomy. Her neck is way too long. Her arms are way, way, way too long. Like, if she stands up straight, they're much longer than, like, what they should be. And she would actually be about 2 times as tall as you. Fun fact. I like it because I like how faded the robes are. I like the little red accents here and there. And I like that you don't really see how weird she is until you see her from the side. She has, like, a really, really long neck, a really long arm, just weird posture in general, and a really weird face. But I promise you, no matter how weird she looks, she is the sweetest fucking person, okay? Rhea's worth fucking doing the quest for and doing it right. Wait, she has some shapes, didn't know that. She does, yeah. Her arms reach her knees, and her arms reach her knees when she's, like, hunching over. She's a little freak, and I love her. Fun fact, Patches actually likes her. I will kill and die for her, same. But she's very tall, yeah. Why'd she have to be a part of the murder group, though? She didn't know! Yeah, Patches likes Rhea. And the next one is Zoraya baby girl. Is this the glitch where she can have, like, runes in her eyes? This is what Rhea looks like normally. Again, for the baby. This is what Rhea actually looks like. Rhea is not human. Rhea is a snake. That's why she's so hunched over and weird and tall. She is the cutest little snake baby. I thought it was hilarious. She's so sweet. I'm pretty sure she was adopted, basically. Yeah, she was. She was kind of. It's weird, but, like, she's so sweet, Zoraya's. She's like a wrinkly sausage. Adorable. Yes! And she does have concept art. The human version doesn't, but this one does. Snake, sex, snake, sex, snake, sex. I think I've drawn her. Not the snake version. I've drawn, like, the human version. She is the nicest character in Elden Ring. No one is as nice as she is, mama. Dehydrated arms and legs, though. Oh, because, believe it or not, this is actually a mob in the dungeon that she lives in, yeah. They can stretch, okay? This is not as long as she can get. Oh, I kiss her head and give her head pats. She makes me so sad, but, like, she can actually have a decent ending. She calls you her champion. She's the cutest! She gets so comfortable around you that she fucks up and looks at you like, and actually shows up in this form, and it's like, oh, Jesus, Rhea, what the fuck? Her neck can get so long. Draw the snake version too! No! Anyway, Zoraya is, basically the snake version of Rhea, right? So the color scheme doesn't change much. She just becomes an orange snake. Still has the green cloak. Has ittle weedle baby things. The design is actually painfully simple in her monster form, believe it or not. Let me show you guys the concept art. A baby! It's just a big snake head with gangly little baby limbs, a big green cape, and isn't that the cutest fucking thing? Isn't that the cutest fucking thing you've ever seen in your life? She's so sweet. She's still the sweetest baby girl with, like, her, like, little baby cape and her cute little face and the little fangs. She's a goody noodle. She's so shy even when she shows up the first time. She notices that she's like, oh, wait, shit, I'm not supposed to be in snake form. Oddly adorable. She's the cutest person in Elden Ring. This is the sweetest, because, like, Rani, I love you. You're an asshole. Like, Marika, you're hot. You're an asshole. Millennia, you're also attractive. Rotted, gutted, you know? Mikola, you're so beautiful. You're an asshole. Meanwhile, in comes this little baby snake thing. Well, she's not baby, but, like, this snake thing, and is like, I'm sorry if this form disturbs you. And I'm like, no, I love you. She's, like, the sweetest person in Elden Ring. No one in Elden Ring is nice except for the stupid snake, okay? I'm seeing a pattern here. Yeah, I like assholes. Beauty's only skin deep, and this snake is, like, wife, and it should be wife, excuse you. Best snake. She's so cute!
IMMA put a ring on that snack-hoo-woo.
Yeah, again, she's definitely worth it. Nefeli's nice. Nefeli's not an asshole. But she does kill people. And Bok.
I wish she was the wife.
I wish that she had an ending too, but like you only like the really big kahunas get an ending, sadly. Millicent is nice, but Millicent is kind of doomed.
Banana back. Letter C. Crescent moon scoliosis MFER.
Oh
Fix
no!
your spine. Damn.
She's so cute though. Thank you.
She shrimps harder than a Reddit mod.
Yeah, but like that's how she can stand in a human form. That's about as good as she can get, chat. Thank you.
Scoliosis final boss.
She's so
But still
cute. Leave her
baby.
alone. Leave the super shrimp alone. Leave her be. Thank you.
Twice my height? Uppies?
Oh yeah, she's much bigger than you. Thank you. No, what Mikola was looking for was control. I just didn't think he understood quite what it meant.
Off topic. Have you heard of or played Lies of P?
Oh, I love Lies of P. I still have to get through the rest of the DLC because it's actually fairly tricky, but it's a wonderful game. Thank you. I could go into a massive tangent about how Mikola was actually wrong for doing what he was doing, and that's why Saint Trina was like, please go off him. But I did not think that what he was doing came from a place of malice. I think it was very much unintentional assholery, yes. Yeah, he just didn't get it. But yeah, that's Soraya. She's the cutest fucking baby snake on the planet, and she deserves all the loves and all the pets. Next. Oh, Lightseeker Hieta. I've never met a fucking funnier NPC in Elden Ring, I'm sorry. Like, Hieta... Hieta I love to bits, because not only does she have, like, a fascinating story, and she can actually replace Melina if Melina gets fucking pissed at you. She also has, like, one of the funniest moments in Elden Ring, because usually to progress her questline, you have to give her this thing called Shabriri grapes, right? She thinks it's grapes, we're giving her eyeballs. We're giving her eyeballs, and she's been, like, eating eyeballs, and she's like, ooh, I can sense the light in the back of my eyes. And the fucking Tarnish is just sitting there like, and then when he finds out it's eyeballs, he runs up to her to tell her, and she immediately, like, barfs. She goes, and it's just like, oh my god. It was so fucking funny, I'm sorry. But I love her design because she actually really wants to be a finger maiden. If you guys don't know, Melina's not a finger maiden. The way that you were supposed to level up in Elden Ring was, as a Tarnished, you were assigned someone like Hieta, who would basically turn your runes into strength, right? We didn't get that. We came out of the fucking cave naked and maidenless. So Hieta's looking to become a finger maiden, and that's why her design is like this. She's actually wearing an almost finger maiden vibe. She just does not have the headdress, and I think her cape is different. But I like it, though, because it's like a blood-stained dress, a beautiful cloak. The blindfold is a must. She cannot see for jack shit. It looks almost noble, but also kind of, sort of like a nun, a vibe of like a nun-ish vibe. Let's see what her concept art has to say. I don't think there's concept art, but I think I have a picture of the other character that looks like her. Okay, so this is what she looks like underneath the cloak. So her questline is pretty weird. You have to like, this character dies, and then Hieta kind of like replaces her, right? They look about the same. But the design for her is pretty demure. Very sweet. Just pink gown, gloves, but she can't see, so that's like her thing, right? So she's looking for the grapes that are gonna help her like see the light so she can become a finger maiden. But if you start the quest, I think that if you don't do the quest with Irina, you can't meet Hieta. I don't know why they look the same. Yeah, Hieta possesses her body. Yeah. But basically, if you don't meet Irina, if you don't do Irina's quest, then you can't meet Hieta. It's invites you out taking over after she's killed. Yep. So this is what Hieta looks like after, you know, she uses Irina's corpse. We just added the cloak mainly and gain a lot more aura. Are they the same person body? The same body, but not the same soul. It's complicated. Body jacking like Shabriri. Insanity equals aura. Oh, yeah, and she's not. Like, once she understands what she's been eating, she's grossed out for like half a second, and then she's like, no, this is fine. So, and then if you want to get the worst ending in the game, supposedly, you have to find her again. But, I did that little bit of platforming. It was not fun. Platforming in Elden Ring is like pulling teeth, mama. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. But her design is actually pretty good. It's a basic kind of like noble-ish NPC. I like the cloak that they gave her though. And I do like the implication that she's like low-key kind of insane. Just from like body language, she presents herself as like a holy figure, but then instead of siding with the 2 fingers, which is the ones that are, you know, the Golden Order, she ends up siding with the 3 fingers, which is the Flames of Frenzy. So she unintentionally ends up in like the worst part of the game. Yummy Graves, do not eat that. I like the cloak though, because she actually is wearing Frenzy colors, just very toned down versions of them. It's not supposedly, it is the worst ending. I think it's the worst ending, but there's people who might disagree with you who are like, burn it, you know? The worst ending in the game is getting it after Melina burns herself. Yeah, because like, okay, there's 2 ways to basically get into the Erdtree. One of them involves Melina getting super pissed at you and Hiera having to replace her. But you can basically get rid of the curse so you don't get the Frenzied Flame ending. So you save Melina, but she gets really mad at you. And the other one is if you set Melina on fire. I set Melina on fire. Worst ending is probably Dung Eater. Yeah, the one where, you know, he sticks his hand up your pooper and curses your soul. Yeah. I think it's a reset of the world if I understand that right. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Hiera is really, really cool. I really like the ruffles on her shawl, and I like how, like, serene, but also kind of insane. She that's the vibe she gives off, I think. Why am I to deny a girl her hobby? I know. Is that what happens? Yeah, you can save her and save yourself, but she will not come back. But if you have the Frenzied Flame, and you don't get rid of the curse, and you talk to Hiera, she will literally get set on fire also. And, I think, dies. So, don't touch it. Yeah, you just fucking burn everything. It's primordial soup, but the soup is stock that will get refrigerated and then become the first flame. Such a wide range of ending. Oh, there's a lot of endings in Elden Ring. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The other way to save Melina involves killing Millennia. I killed everybody anyway. Anyway, Hiera, cool, dope. Next. Oh! Oh, shit. The bestest boy. The bestest boy. The bestest boy. What is this fucking weird-ass dog doing on my screen, mama? Muriel, Pastor of Vows, also known as the Turtle Pope, also known as that dog. By the way, did you know that if you fucking jump and land on his back, he will die and you cannot get him back? And you kind of need him, bitch. Because he teaches good spells. Like, you can literally accidentally kill this stupid turtle, land on his back, and he'll go, and then die immediately, and then and he will does not come back. Wait, really? Yes! Yes! Wait, what? It's a glitch! It's a glitch. Like, if you land on his back, I think specifically, he disappears forever. Like, you're not supposed to, like, jump on him, right? It's not a glitch, it's a feature. Wait, did they, like, they actually, like... Did they actually put that into the game that you can jump on him and he dies? People kill him on purpose. I don't know why you would kill Muriel. He's dead useful. Maybe it's in Mario Koopa Troopa. Yeah, but the problem is that he doesn't come back. Do the regular dogs die if you jump on them? No. I think they might have patched that out, though. Who would kill him in the first place? Insane people. I think it's like tippy tops on the fucking character design, though, because it's a tortoise with a Pope hat. That's it. That's the design. That's literally the design. The design for Muriel is just a fucking tortoise dog with a fucking hat on it, and that's it. Do New Game Plus and he'll come back. It's fine. You're fucking... Thankfully, you can fucking fix your vows without fucking Muriel, but still. And he gives so many good lore, too. I can't find the video, but I'm pretty sure that you can still kill him if you jump on him. But yeah, character design-wise, he's a masterclass in simplicity because you run in and you find this giant-ass turtle with a Pope hat and you're like, what the fuck? And then you talk to him and he has lore for you. He tells you the story of Renala and Radagon and it made me so happy because I was like, oh, that's so romantic. And then you find out that Radagon left like a bitch to have self-cessed with himself and give birth to fucking cursed twins, mama. Instead of, you know, his beautiful 3 redheaded children, one of which is my wife, and his gorgeous fucking wife. No, bitch. Guess what he did? Guess what he did? He fucking left to marry Marika. He did what? He left his fucking wife, Renala, one of my favorite characters in Elden Ring, to go marry Marika, which was like weird self-set. Yes, he fucked himself and then had more kids. But the dog, the fucking Turtle Pope tells you this whole story. Please tell me that the Turtle Pope has concept art. I will die. Ah! That's it. That's the concept art. It's like, hey guys, what's this character gonna be? Make a turtle with a Pope hat. Make a turtle with a Pope hat. Yeah, it's a dog. It's a dog. Sex turtle noises. Why is he looking at us like that? Because he's judging you for your sins, chat. Sassy. He's fat and sassy. A long neck boy. Yeah, it's a turtle. You can use turtlenecks for like items in Elden Ring, but like don't do this one. It's usually based on like the Galapagos turtles. Oh yeah, those tortoises that can live for like hundreds of years. Yeah, these. You don't need any more concept art because it was immediately obvious that this was perfect. Yeah, no notes. Genuinely.
Hyena eating a bowl of spicy grapes. So good and tasty.
Yep, and then she finds out it's eyeballs and she throws up immediately. Thank you. Renata told him to go fuck himself and he took that seriously. Yeah.
Once again tarnished. Weird, but not a sin.
Deadass. Thank you. Does Elden Ring have any major characters who are actually good parents? No.
This sounds so ridiculous. Hi player, you just struggled for 50+ hours. How do you want to end the game? Fisting Lily Gomau.
Yeah, baby. Thank you.
10 out of 10 peak design.
I think it's not a hat, by the way. I think it's a horn with a crown on it. I think it's a horn with a crown on it, chat. But I know in the game it looks like a hat, though.
Heresy is not native to this world. It is merely a contrivance. All things can be conjoined.
No, it's a hat! It's a stupid hat. Thank you.
The fact those two married and had probably the most stable marriages in this game, all because Marika wanted children that aren't messed up.
The thing is, yeah, Marika was kind of cursed to have fucky children, but when she split into Radagon and Renala, not only did he get an Empyrean out of it, but 2 incredibly other powerful children as well. And, like, Rani was probably going to be the candidate for replacing her. Unfortunately, she had other plans. But yeah, this is the Turtle Pope. 10 out of 10.
If you want energy without hurting the dogs of the lands, then go to gsupps and use code KINKYMATION for 10% off at checkout.
Yes, have the strength to protect the Turtle Pope. Go to gamersupps.gg/kinkymation. Do it! Energy! Yeah, not curse children. That was like the whole point. And then the Greater Will was like, no, come back home, you slut. And so he did. Okay, after the Turtle Pope, what do we got? I can't believe that you put him in here. Hey! Would you like some shrimp? Probably the worst death in this game. A hand went up your ass, and you got cursed for eternity. Your soul is never gonna be cleansed. Like, a handsome lad, though. A handsome lad who sells you shrimp. Yeah, he did not deserve that. He really did it. He really did not. For Marika's tits. Yeah, this man... What? Play the game. I can't, that's something. Play the game. Play the game. I'm not gonna fucking elaborate further. Play the game. You can save him if you kill the caca consumer before the invasion. I didn't do it though! I was an idiot and I waited. I wanted the rune of the caca consumer, so I waited. I wanted to get the you know, opportunity for every single ending. So I waited and I was like, I needed the rune of the caca consumer, so he died. No, it's not a skill issue. I purposely fucking left it because I wanted the rune. Bro, what? Play the game. Anyway, Bogart is the tits. Bogart literally goes, Marika's tits, if you fucking annoy him enough. And then he's like, do you want the shrimp in your trying time? Okay, he's so fucking funny. I love him. Bro, what is this game? Elden Ring. He has beautiful eyes. Wait, he eats shit? This guy doesn't. The dung eater does. You let him die. I wanted the rune! So you got him killed? Yes. Marika's fat goddess milkers. Fun fact, the only reason I draw Marika with fat fucking bags is because of this dude. I know she technically doesn't have fat fucking bags, but artistic liveries are allowed. You didn't even use the root. No, I didn't. I just wanted it. I just wanted to have all of them. I just wanted the fucking the fucking show off that I 100% of the game. I already had the shrimp, so his usefulness had expired, so it's fine. Lily's a rune dragon. I got pretty much every ending I could except Frenzied Flame because I didn't want to fucking have Melina get mad at me. Wait, this guy was important? I thought it was the most random ass bitch. Well, kind of. He's handsome because look at his eyes. Beautiful hooded eyes. Yeah. Beautiful baby blues. He has like the bell on and he like sells you shrimp and he's just wearing like normal ass rags. And that's like his fucking whole design, mama. I think I don't know if he has concept art either, but like I think I do have another picture. Random NPC, wrong place, wrong time. No, I think he does tell us about the caca consumer. He kind of sort of has concept art. Let me show you what I mean. This is like basically the concept art for the bell. That you can wear this if you want to, if you're a fucking sadist, but like, it's like a mask that you can't really take off. Did he take something from Rhea? Yeah, her pendant. So we went to get it back, and then he was like, fine! And then he sells you shrimp. But yeah, like, the main design element he has is the bell on his face, which is just, like, an iron, fucking mask type situation. Pretty fugly, I will say so myself, but it's Elden Ring. He used to be cellmates with the guy he was legit traumatized. Oh, with the caca consumer? Yeah.
Well, when your own bazookas become an expression of shock, they would have to be big.
I would
That's
say
the
that
reality
Marika
I
has
live
fat
in,
bags.
especially with the themes here.
I also draw Marika like she's 8 feet tall, personally. Thank you.
Nefili is best girl, fights with you twice, is strong and vulnerable, gets the closest thing to a happy ending in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Nefili Luke's warrior/wife.
If you do the quest properly, she does get a really good ending, which is rare in Elden Ring. Thank you. I think that part of, like, that quest for her was rumored to be, like, of, like, who gets the throne, who gets Stormveil. It's rumored to be cut content, so I think she had a bad ending, but they got rid of it. Like, the guy who sold runes also did used to play a higher role, but again, they're speculated to be cut content. But Nefeli ended up winning out in the end and getting the castle. Just, there you go. She does have a bad ending if you're dumb and you don't give her a bird. They should have called this game Elden Cut. Dude, do you fucking know how big Elden Ring is? Like, if you played it, you'll know. It's confirmed cut content that you have to be picked between Nefeli and Gostok. Why the fuck would I pull Gostok? Yeah, sure, I'm gonna pick the dude who keeps stealing my fucking runes over the hot muscle lady.
I am surprised that it's already 3 months and I couldn't keep up the streams, but it's in European-friendly time.
It is! Thanks so much for the sub, Inferno Lich. Thank you. Well, hopefully you can come tomorrow in the future.
From Soft did not have to make our favorite prawn star so handsome. His unmasked face is in the Reacts link.
Thank you. Maybe I'll look at it later. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. I mean, after doing the entire map, finding there's a second whole subterranean map and going to an ancient flying city. Yeah, I realized it was big. Dude, it was 6 months of my life to beat base Elden Ring, and that was pre-Lilligoth. And then it was like another 3 months to beat Shadow of the Erdtree. Look at him! This is what our shrimp boy... Now I'm really mad that I fucking got you killed by the caca consumer. This is what he looks like under the mask. Oh, damn. He's very handsome. Hi. What? Oh, hello. Yeah, he's pretty. He's like, he will sell you shrimp and show you his shrimp. Damn, well, yeah. With, like, the torn shirt and, like, the chest hair and everything. No, he's hot. He is. I'm not gay, but would, yeah. Please don't die. You're so sexy. My bad. I wanted the rune. He probably smells like caca, too. No, he doesn't. The dung eater does, though. More! Oh. Another character I got really sad that I couldn't bang, okay? But, like, Latena's so beautiful. She's an albinoric, so her legs don't exactly work. She's like a homunculus, let's call them that. She's super fucking pretty. She has Big Wolfie, but the Big Wolfie gets ganked. Large disabled mother. Yeah, she is one of the characters that willingly turns into spirit ashes for you. So she's always with you, but unfortunately, you don't get to bone her. Her outfit is so gorgeous, though. It's kind of like chainmail dress with like an amazing like metal corset, big cloak, and really pretty crown and arrows. Lovely gal. She's gorgeous. And like her whole thing is that like she has a big wolf or pupper. The ashes used for anything. The ashes are summons. I never use them because I'm a tryhard, so I was like, nah, I'm good. But like the ashes are summons. Gideon gangster wolf, that's why I hate him. Oh yeah! I think Nefeli turned on him because he basically ganked an Albinoric village trying to find her because she had like half of the medallion I think you needed to go to the Atlas Plateau. And Nefeli was like, why the fuck am I killing innocent people? And that's why she kind of gets mad. I felt so bad for the dog, though. But, like, if you go into, like, the snowfields later on, there's enemies that have, like, that are basically Latena, but, like, as mobs. They're not easy to fight. Let's see if she has any concept art. Oh, she's so pretty. This is what she would look like if she was able to stand, but her feet are sadly borked. But... Gripper! Sniffa! With gripper jewelry. But see what I told you about, like, her dress is just chainmail? It's just beautifully crafted chainmail, a metal corset, and a big black cloak. She's an archer, so the bow is, like, a big focal point for the design. And she also has, like, a really pretty crown. Let's take a closer look at her face, though, because I think that's, like, where the real magic is. Big, beautiful gray eyes. The crown, the chainmail veil... She's like deathly pale and weird because like Albinoric are homunculi, so they're not exactly like real people, and that's why over time their legs kind of like degrade. This bow is a pain in the ass to drop. That's not how you hold a bow, New. Well, she's just being pretty in this. It's concept art secret. All female Albinarics have borked legs. No, all Albinarics have borked legs until they made the frog versions, and then there's just those have borked faces. Is she blind or her eyes just like that? I think her eyes are just like that because they're all albino. Yeah, they're artificial. Is the lore of every person in Elden Ring to have a miserable existence? Yes. TTS do work. I just pause them while I talk so the editors don't have to constantly cut through interruptions with TTS. Yeah, she's like a very cold color scheme, and again, to finish her questline properly, you have to head towards the Halleck Tree. You have to, like, go to the, what were they called? The snowfields? Very up north. You have to basically head towards where Millennia is at and find a really big Albinoric. This is FromSoft, everyone is miserable, but I love the design because, like, it's another way to make armor, but make it, like, hyper-feminine because it's just a chainmail dress. The corset in itself is armor. It's super elegant and beautifully crafted, super feminine, but you still get the warrior vibe. There's actually something that I do think someone who is ranged would be wearing, so she's almost always riding on a wolf. So her being like an archer makes complete sense to me. Absolutely beautiful too. They put this one at night rain on her fingers that she's tripping every 5 steps. Well, yeah, their legs don't work. You really loved Elden Ring, didn't you? Oh yeah, I'm obsessed with the game. More concept art. This is her pupperino. Isn't it beautiful? Just gigantic wolf. Dire wolf coated. Big boy. Not easy to fight either, mind you. Super pretty. Yeah, just big dog. It made me so sad that they ganked it because it was just so cool. And I really like big wolves as well. I think they look super awesome. Yeah, except the wolf is like a little bit... This one's gray, but her wolf is a little bit more on the lighter side. It's just really big, though. Coked out wolf? Oh, yeah.
Marika is basically a human goddess and her entire thing is birthing mini demigods. That sounds like an ethereal fertility mother goddess to me.
Yeah, except the problem is that if she's the one giving birth, they're cursed. Thank you.
You can also give Nefili, Saluva's potion and turn her into your puppet you degenerate monster. Also, Gideon actually defends her if you tell him.
Oh yeah, no, I did not give her the potion. Fun fact, thank you. Yeah, justice for Lobo, poor baby. Okay, more. Godwin came out fine, though. I think, like, yeah, the first kid came out fine and got ganked. And then the rest of her kids came out abominations. E.G. E.G. is actually one of Radney's people. So, Elden Ring has these monsters called trolls, which are very large, have very big swords. But some of them, very rarely, like E.G., are actually NPCs that can talk to you. So E.G., his main difference between a normal troll design and his is the helmet. Because he has his little cape, and he has his little mirrored helmet, and he can just read, and he also can do some weapon forging for you, but it's not as good as Hughes, you could say. A fucking chill guy. Yeah, his design is actually very much leaning on the body horror aspect, because his torso is hollowed out, and his organs are, like, shriveled. But the helmet is the thing that distinguishes him between an NPC and the normal monster one that you have to, like, ankle bite until you win. Absolutely haven't break my pelvis. No! No! No. Yeah, he was Ronnie's tutor, so you meet him if you go hang out with Ronnie, basically. It's one of the weirder takes on trolls I've seen. Yeah, but they were pretty brutal at first. Oh, yeah, my mistake. He has good weapon forging, but if you do Rani's quest, he will fucking get ganked at some point, yeah. Hugh doesn't die until, like, the end of the game. Or, well, die on quote-unquote. So, EG himself doesn't have concept art, but we can basically put it together with 2 pieces of concept art. The first of which is this one. These are the Elden Ring trolls. I know, vile. Which are very big humanoid creatures with hollowed out torsos. Really, really fucked up faces. Kind of gnarly. Emaciated, huge, big square design language. Very intimidating. Beating this is fucking ankle biting your way to victory. Their insides seem to have been scooped out and replaced by roots. They also have how many toes? 6 toes. And I think maybe 6 fingers as well. Man, they're not having a good time. No. So this is what EG is. Emaciated, gross, body horror time. No ween. At all. Ew, it's Elden Ring, mama. What do you want? And then the other bit of concept art for EG that you need to, like, put the character together is this one. The helm that EG wears, which is basically a mirrored helm. So his face, his gross, fucked up face is hidden most of the time. So if you grab this helm and you fucking slap it on his face, that's EG. Just, there you go. That's EG. He looks like he's rotting. Yep. A fancy tinfoil hat that actually works. Yes, it does. The paper bag treatment. Yes. Hold on. I'm being super smart. Concept art. Energy. Just gonna... Boom. EG. the design though because it perfectly plays with like the shape language aspect of it, which is square equal big, stubborn, and very reliable. And with EG, it's less that he's like stubborn and like insane and more like he's just very reliable. It's artwork. It's perfect. That's EG. Ronnie's boy deserved better. Yeah! They really did, chat.
EG always felt way smart to me than Gideon.
EG is actually way smarter, I think, than Gideon. He's just not as shrewd, if that makes sense. Thank you. I could fix him. Don't.
Trolls are related to giants, which explains torso.
Yeah, probably. Our troll puts that on EG from Elden Ring. Eh, baby! And that's how you fix it. That's how you fix it. There you go. Perfect.
Meow.
Zeppy, thanks so much for the sub. Thank you. And that was EG Mama. Spanish, I'm leaving that for you. Well, wave. I'm leaving that for you like that. Selvius. Visceral reaction. I hate this fucking Severus Snape ass motherfucker. He is an asshole. The fucking shit you tried to do to my wife. Disgust. Disgust, but he's drippy. Absolute disgust, but his fucking outfit is so drippy. I hate it. You know, like, I love the star map on the giant hat and the fucking, like, scarf cloak thing, but he's such a dumbass. This is the only guy who's like, if I did not have to fucking finish your quest to get some items, on site. On site. Turn to page 394. And it's just this dude. I hate him. Your hair's probably greasy and you're disgusting. Oh, this book. We hate Selvis. We hate Preceptor Seluvis. Absolute asshole. Design though, super drippy. Let me sex pest. I wasn't gonna say it. Sex pest. He wanted to sex pest Rani. Thankfully, Rani is not stupid, so she fucking ganked his ass. If you side with him, if you try and fucking turn Rani into a puppet, because that's what he wants, she fucking sees through you, and if you try and talk to her more than 3 times, she will kill you on sight. You have to go to the Turtle Pope and fucking soak yourself in your own fucking incel tears and apologize to Rani like 50 times to fucking fix the relationship, and he still dies. He tries it on Nefeli too. I refuse to give Nefeli the potion. Helping this guy make Rani hate you. No, I actually told Rani, hey, this dude wants to gank you, and she was like, I'll take care of it. But like, the drip is immaculate though. Let's see his concept art. Like, tell me that isn't the drippiest fucking shit on the planet though. Like the star map hat, the super cool mask with like the woven mouth, the fucking same star chart like scarf on it, like leather belts, a big black robe, like amazing fucking jewelry. It's too drippy. It's too good a fucking drip for someone like him. Like the silver snake pendant. It's just so fucking gorgeous, and he's just such a cunt. He's such a cunt. Like, I only really got him ganked. Like, I didn't gank him sooner because I wanted this fucking set. The custom dress to match the hat. I know. I love those clothes, and they were wasted on him. I know. The mask is crazy drippy. All of the outfit is crazy drippy, but he's such a bitch. I love the color scheme. It's like Carrion blue. Ronnie's faction mainly deals with like azure blues and many cold shades. It's completely the opposite of okay, do you guys want a Koroshiori fact? Elden Ring's 2 main factions, which is the Carrion Royals and the Golden Order, have the color scheme that you actually use to apply light and shade to a picture. When you are shading, you don't shade with black, you shade with blue. So blue represents the Carrion Royalty, Glintstone Sorcery, the magic in Elden Ring that is more intelligence and less faith, and the Golden Order is just light deadass. It's just gold. When you are applying light to a picture, you should not use white, you should use yellow, because that's more natural. So those 2 colors together kind of like form the basis of like light and dark in a picture, and that's why they make such good opposites. Because it's basically Rani's like shadow moon side and Marika's golden order, the sun, the urge tree, all the brightness, which is why they work so well. So is this dress blue or gold? It's blue, dipshit. It's a beautiful show of color theory. Oh, the whole thing, the whole map is beautiful color theory. Every faction has a color. Scarlet Rot is like the burnt ochre orange. The fucking the Volcano Manor is more of like a lava red. And they all do shit like this all the time too. But yeah, this is why I really like the colors, because it's like the perfect example of like the Carrion royal family color scheme, which is very cold and very blue.
The trolls are said to have betrayed someone. I think their open chest cavities and the fact that most of them are prisoners is their punishment.
Yeah, it makes sense. That would sounds like something Marika would have done. Thank you.
I used this guy to turn the Dookie Devourer into a puppet before he could corrupt our bro, and then killed him.
You can do that?
Would recommend.
I didn't do that because, again, I wanted to get unlock his ending. Thank you. You can. I did not do that. So, Sylvan is actually a puppet of the nearby Albinauric. Oh, he is? He's the biggest evidence that he's not real. Sylvan's apparently a preceptor. Their entire job is to, like, read the stars of the Carrion royal family. So why does he need another mage to release stars? Gag! You're right! His puppet's super strong, too. He cries when you feed him the drink. Good. The crazy caca consumer makes for the best NPC summon in the game. Really? At one point, the Albinauric dies, and Selvus slumps like all the other puppets. Oh my god, really? The real guy is Pidia, the servant in the manure. No, wait, I never caught that. Stole his robes for the rest of the game? I would have worn that set. I would have worn that set if it had not made Rani upset. So Pidia was the one that wanted to fucking diddle Rani then. Pidia's the dude that gets killed by the puppets, right? Yeah, he gets ganked by his own puppets. God, I completely missed that. Creepy old man. Yup. Fuckpedia. He's not in here, but whatever. It's okay. We hate him. Elite ball knowledge. Yeah. He goes, my puppets, I loved you all. He has puppets too. Some cuckoo knights will betray him. You can find PDS surrounded by them bawling about why his precious puppets would betray him. Yeah, okay, so he's the one that's actually responsible. But yeah, that's Sylvis, which is a gorgeous fit. Does not deserve it. Moving on. Old Albus. Speaking of forgettable. I forgot you existed! This is another Albinauric that was hiding as a jar. Because Gideon fucking slaughtered the whole ass village. And Pidia actually looks just like this, so... Pidia basically looks like this, so we're fine. Double review for Pidia and Old Albus, except Old Albus is actually nice. What type of jar? Just a normal jar. So, Old Albus is another Albinauric, but one of the ones that, like, their legs are completely atrophied, so he cannot walk around anymore at all. No wolf or anything. He gives you half of a medallion, I think. Or wait, no, he doesn't. He tells you where the other Albinauric you need to talk to is. And like, it's just like, I'm old, yep. Again, Albinaurics are kind of like homunculi. They're like weird, half formed, not quite alive, so they do like go bad with time. And he just has like no teeth, super fucking creepy old man face. The Albinaurics are incredibly creepy. I don't like them at all. He gives you the medallion tab. Okay, so he gives you one half. The other half, I think you have to find it before you get to the Halig tree. You know that if I didn't put him in here, his #1 fan would fucking cry about it. Spanish, but probably. They bleed silver. Yeah, if you kill Albinauric, because there are Albinauric enemies in the game, they give you like silver blood. The Gen 2 Albinaurics don't break down with old age, but they're kind of stupid and have frog faces. Yup. He tells you where to find Wolf Girl, though, yes. But yeah, he's just like an old man, really hunched over, body horror, in dirty-ass robes and a scraggly-ass beard. Yeah, Lieutenant Fat tells you what the other half is, yeah. Very surprisingly, this dude has concept art. I wonder if there was more cut content that has to do with the Albinorics, but probably not. Probably because there's Albinoric enemies as well. Oh, yeah. So this is what these enemies look like. So, fun fact. The first time I encountered an Albinoric mob, and they fucking ran at me, I almost shit myself. It scared the absolute shit out of me when they ran at me, because I think they do that in, where do they have them? I think there's some at the fucking Raya Lucaria, but there's also some in, like, the Volcano Manor. This thing fucking sprinted at me, and I almost shit myself. It was so fucking scary. The Volcano Manor ones are worse, yeah. Completely understandable, yeah. They're, like, cloaked old men with, like, shadowy feet and staffs. They can almost all use magic. And they fucking crawl really, really fast, and they're really fucking scary. So, like, the legs from Silent Hill? Yes. The pudding heads. Now, I'm sure no one in this game has a little happy house and just wakes up in the morning to buy pan. Nobody. Slappy hands? Oh, yeah. With that posture, would it be more of a gallop? It's disgusting, chat. It's vile. But it really comes across in the concept art, so good job. They're very creepy but tragic. Yeah, they are persecuted. That's why a lot of them are kind of pissed. Cursed with aging and destined to lose the use of their legs. Every time, yeah. Like, Lathena still has her legs, but they don't work anymore. But, like, part of her quest line was to have Albinorics be reborn stronger. That's how my legs feel when I sit on top of them and I have to stand up. Yeah, don't shrimp and don't fucking sit on your legs! It says the person who was sitting like a goblin until you said that. But yeah, that's, the old man.
One of the best ways to see the differences of the areas of the lands between is by looking at the different Lord Knights.
Yep. Thank you. Lunar, thanks so much for the bits. Hi, Lily. Hope you and Baby are doing well today. We are, thank you. Rock Goblin Orcs are funny, though. They are. Keto, thanks so much for the sub. Okay, more. I thought that these were gonna be the happy NPCs. I really did, chat, because the Jar Village is actually pretty secluded. And hanging out with the baby jars is actually super fucking fun because they're so cute. But it's sad. I love the jars. This is Alexander's nephew. His name is Bairn. He's super cute. He's very friend-shaped, okay? A little baby jar, Uncle Alexander. Yeah. No concept art because I already showed the concept art for the jar. But, like, you'll notice that between him and Alexander, he's a lot less angular. He has stubby, cute little feet, really long, big arms, but he's not as knobbly or jagged. He's way more rounded out, way more friend-shaped. The next Elden Lord. He was waiting for the Jar Pontates. He was waiting for, like, the next mayor. He has a funky accent. He's so sweet. You know what the original purpose of the jars was? Oh, yeah. So the jars were originally intended to be used for burial, right? The ones in the Shadowlands are different. That's different lore. But in Elden Ring, in the lands between, people would be stuffed into the jars, and then the jar would be put at the root of the Erd Tree so that people could be reborn by the Erd Tree's grace. I was about to not include this one, too. I love him! Shadow jars are different. The jars in Elden Ring are meant to be used for rebirth. Yeah, baby. And the warrior jars were the ones that basically took warriors and learned how to fight. Probably to protect the other jars. I'm not really sure what their purpose was, but they exist. It's a fucking jar, Spanish. Every fucking character in this game that is named has lore and a purpose. Pot Fetus, but he's so cute! Anyway, moving on, Pot Fetus. At least Ayalos became a hero in the kids' eyes. I know. Okay. Okay! My wife! Mother-in-law fucking Oyakodon if the game will let me do it, but it doesn't let me do it. It doesn't let me do it, so I will admire this absolute MILF goddess from a distance. MILF. If Marika was smart, she would have just fucking brought her, explained to her, no, dude, no, I am your husband. I need to go back for a little bit, but I still love you. I am so convinced that if Marika would have been able to lesbian this woman, she would have. Unfortunately, they kind of hated each other's guts, and Radagon, she had no idea. You know, I love Renala. I love Renala. Not only is the boss fight absolutely stunning, she doesn't die! Isn't she a cuck? No, she is not. She doesn't die. Renala is actually an incredibly powerful NPC. She is your respec mommy, okay? If you want to respec an Elden Ring, you talk to her. But you have to do her boss fight. She's actually optional. You don't need to get Renala's Great Rune if you don't want to. I did get it because the respec ability is too useful to leave alone. And Marika, here's the thing. Marika did want her. Radagon did want her. She just had to go back to the tree because of the greater will. I love her design, though, because she's carrying royalty. She is queen. And she's also, much like her fucking daughter, like 9 feet tall. Let me show you guys her concept art, because she has, like, literally one of the most beautiful faces in the game. She has a lot of concept art, okay? The devs had a favorite. Look at her. So Renala's thing is that she makes children, right? Renala was deeply traumatized by Rani dying, quote-unquote, because she doesn't know. Renala does not know that her daughter is still alive. So when her husband left and her daughter died, her students, because she was the headmistress of the Academy of Raya Lucaria of Magic, imprisoned her in the library, where she's basically been making imperfect children, homunculi, that don't really live very long, but she's trying her best. Her boss fight involves getting rid of cutting down these fucking children so you can cut down her defenses and fight her, right? She's actually not a very strong character. She's pretty squishy. She's a mage. So this bit of concept art kind of shows off her in, like, her boss room, floating above them, sad, low-key kind of insane from grief with her little amber egg. The thing I love about her, though, is her face is beautiful, but her crown looks like a crescent moon. The Academy of Raya Lucaria, their entire thing is that, like, they study the stars, so everybody in Rani's family has some tie to the moon. That's why Rani's called the Lunar Princess Rani. She doesn't have the same title as her brothers because it's matriarchal, like, mom is queen. Like, if you are born a daughter, you literally are raised to become, like, the next queen. That's what Rani was supposed to be doing. She has, like, the fanciest version of the Carrion robes, which is like deep blue robes with red accents, beautiful gold engravings, and just moon motifs everywhere. Absolutely stunning. There's just one piece of concept, not more. Her silhouette is a moon. It's designed to be a moon, yes. This is her concept art. She shows up in the game a lot. Look at that face card. Look at that fucking face card. It's absolutely fucking insane. I love the fucking moon crown full of sapphires and rubies. Her hair is literally tied up in there. It's fucking gorgeous. Absolutely lethal face card. I cannot believe Rani burned that fucking face off her body. Like, I'm sorry, I love Renala so much. Is there art without the hat? I don't know. The face card never declines. Never. She's also a respect mommy, so Renala is really useful. I love the gothic fucking mage mommy vibes that she gives. The long sleeves, the ridiculous amount of embroidery and engraving. She's also grippers! Barefoot always. Because why do you need to touch the floor if you can float, motherfucker? Just sniff it. Like, sniff it, chat. Why do you need to touch the floor? Why do you need shoes for if you fucking float all the time, mama? She has a massive hood on the back, which she never uses because she has, like, her moon hat. Sniffa, sniffa, sniffa. But if you send Box to her, he will die because she can't make things that live very long, sadly. Like, sure, Bach will die, but it is a sacrifice I am willing to make, okay? Like, beautiful, actually, purple pendant. The detail on Renala's clothing is actually insane. And again, she's a character that's very present in Elden Ring, even if you don't do her boss fight. They talk about her a lot. Rani actually does not let you kill her mother. Fun fact, her phase 2 is not actually Renala. It is a projection of Renala in her prime that Rani basically summons to fucking beat you to filth so you won't kill her mom. So Renala actually survives because of Rani. The main thing I love is the moon silhouette everywhere. It's such a strong fucking silhouette for a character. It's giving mage, it's giving queen, it's giving lunar goddess, and she is like 9 feet tall. She is actually kneeling on the floor with her little amber egg that she uses to respec you. She's still like a full 2 or 3 heads taller than you, chat. Renala's massive. Absolutely gigantic woman. Like, for scale, sniffa, for scale, I think that your head, if she was standing up, hits these little, like, middle things on her robes. You know? She's gigantic. She has lost dialogue where she considers Blade her son. Yep. She also looks very scholarly. She was the leader of the Raya Lucaria Academy. Before she came around and abolished the fucking primeval glintstone magic, people were just turning into graven masses left, right, and center. Shows how strong Rani is. No, Rani's insanely powerful, and that's why she was like, no, you know what? Fucking try and kill my mom, motherfucker, I dare you. I felt bad because I saw her and I was like, oh god, she's gonna get so mad at me, but like, she doesn't. She was a champion. She fought Radagon to a standstill. Radagon fought her, was like, oh, bitch, mommy, and then they got married. Like, it's so fucking funny, because, like, if you listen to the Turtle Pope's explanation, Radagon and Renala were not always friends. They fell in love because they fought each other to a standstill. Radagon saw a fucking moonlight pussy and was like, dude, no, she's an insanely talented person. I need to fucking make kids with this woman. And so they went to the Church of Absolution and cleansed their sins and then had 3 beautiful children together. And then he left like an asshole. And I think she has more concept art, by the way. More. She held off, yeah, she held off the Gordon Order for years by herself. More concept art for Moon Mommy, by the way. More. I think she has so far the most in the entire game. That's why fundamentalism has like an intelligence requirement. Yeah, fun fact, my Tarnish was not smart enough for magic, but I appreciate her. Radhan also studied in Raya Lucaria. Radhan has gravity magic, yes. These are actually the concept art of like the children that she makes, which all die. But they are part of the fight, so they are around. They're dressed in very similar, very scholarly robes. They can't walk. They're very weak. All they can do is, like, cast a spell to protect Renala while you fight her. I would have kids with her, too. Dude, I would fucking raw everywhere. Their singing creeps me out. Yup. More. And this is her amber egg. The great rune is inside this, but after you get it, you can just use this to respec. She forgot to limit their screen time. She did not. And then I don't remember what the fuck was the stone for? I think it was the tablets that the kids were holding. Me with 9 intelligence for the whole game. Oh my god, same! Or like, yeah, gravestones, the amber egg. But yeah, Renala herself is a great character. Probably my absolute favorite besides Rani in the entirety of Elden Ring. And has a decent amount of fucking concept art because why not? Mommy. Oh yeah, the reason Radhan was able to stop stars at all, to like stop the fates of many different people, is because he wanted to ride his horse.
Her sister, it's better. S. Me Kunyada.
Oh yeah, she has a twin sister. Fun fact, we don't meet her until the DLC. Thank you. Raw in the planetarium, in the library, on the roof, everywhere. 4 more kids.
It's worse when the whole thing with her husband was kinda engineered on purpose by Marika just to screw with her.
No, it's actually implied that Radagon actually did really love her.
She's an 11, but sadly her mental health is bad.
No, yeah, she's giga depressed. She's omega depressed. First her husband leaves her, and then her daughter dies. Rani could not risk her mom knowing she was alive, because otherwise the fingers would find out where she was. Thank you.
I wish to bear witness to her full moon. Let me gaze upon it.
So do I. Thank you. I hate her dog, especially Night Rain. I hate her dog also.
Didn't they fought to a standstill twice?
Yes.
Enemies to lovers story right there.
It's my favorite, the fact that, like,
passion became intimate.
I love how, like, Marika was like, you know what? This woman would probably have non-cursed babies. Let's do it, you know? Thank you.
Isn't the respect technically a rebirth?
Yes.
But you have what she was missing, so it's a perfect rebirth instead of the usual?
Yeah, it's highly implied that if you were not you, you would just die. But you are good, and you have the larval tier and a fucking solid build. Thank you. And that was Renata, which is my favorite. More. Oh! Here he is. Here he is. The loathsome caca consumer. Disgusting. Literally fucking made me almost barf when I was playing the game. The doo-doo connoisseur. The caca consumer. Disgusting. The worst fucking character in Elden Ring right here, who literally wants to shit on the world and watch it burn. And I fucking got this ending anyway, because I'm a tried hard. The caca devourer, caca consumer, the poopy knight, the shit eater, the shark slurper, whatever you fucking want to call it. The fico fanatic, el cargoso come caca, the shit. The lurid log luncheoner, the doo-doo devourer, the poo-poo taste. Ew. Dude, Dung Eater is one of the few characters that genuinely intimidates people in Elden Ring. He's just that insane of a person. His armor is literally covered in, like, growths from horn scent that he's killed. And his whole fucking thing is so fucking vile. It's so disgusting that they just killed him outright. Nobody wanted him in the round table hold. When he came back to life, when all the Tarnished came back to life from the grave and shit, everybody was like, yo, can we, like, get this dude the fuck out of here? Like, nobody wants him in there. He's gross. Guy I want nothing to do anything with. Like, he literally says, do you want me to curse you? And if he curses you, he fucking pulls the shit out of your pooper and eats it. And then you're gonna be reborn as, like, disgusting. I don't remember the exact curse, but it's vile. Okay? Vile. And people have already seen shots of him in the Elden Ring movie, and people were just throwing things at him. So does he actually just munch shit? Yes! The fuck? Play Elden Ring. It's not rhetorical doo-doo eating, it's legit doo-doo eating. I'm really not ready to see this foul creature in the 4th dimension. I know. Your soul gets trapped in your own defiled corpse forever. That's what he does to you. Yeah, he eats your shit and your soul with it. You think that he found a mega poop that he keeps in a shrine? I don't know where he got the power to do that, but that's vile. Marcus Tits is my favorite character. Oh, we already saw him! If that's the case, why is the blood on the front? Because he kills you. Burn him and launch him into space. Disgusting. Someone told him to eat shit and he took it literally. The gruesome guano gobbler. More. And he wants to turn people into Omen. Like, basically his ending is that everybody gets turned into Omen. I meant, like, their actual boobs, but yeah, prong guy good. Oh! Joel. It's funny because, like, the way that I draw Marika, I draw her like a broken doll. I draw, like, cracks all over her and shit. Because, like, I'm like, you know what? I know that she's supposed to be unresponsive if you become Elden Lord, but what if we don't? What if she actually comes back and is just like, give me more babies? I'm not allowed to say something out of pocket shit, but everyone else is. No, you're allowed! You're allowed. Okay, let's see the loathsome caca eaters concept art. Also, Joe, why your fucking comedic timing? I swear to God, why are you coming in when we're talking about the doo-doo devourer? This whole thing is based off some Japanese mythology where your soul is stored in your ass or some shit, yes. That is you once again. No, it's not! You've come in the weirdest times. Every fucking time. Comedy. That shitty timing. Ew! Okay, let's see the concept art for the Caca Devourer, please. I can't stand looking at him. He looks nasty. Everything about him just looks bloated and nasty and gross. Like, he doesn't even have a normal helm. He just has, like, an orb that he cut a fucking hole into. Or, like, a chain around his neck with, like, the big sun thing. Growth that he, like... why is there blood on his armor? Simple, because whenever he finds an omen, he kills it, he cuts off a growth, and he fucking it onto his armor like a barnacle. It's like the shaved horns, like the ones that the kids have. Yeah, he cuts them off and then he sticks them in his armor like barnacles. Disgusting. Also, this sun thing in every Mexican garden ever. Every Mexican garden has one of these. I don't know why. But it's really gross. And it's really funny because he's like an aberration of shape language, because you would assume, you would think, right? He has a very friend-shaped silhouette because he's very round. No, chat. No, 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 no. The fucking caca eater does sinister and does intensity in a completely different way than your traditional use of shape language, which is triangles, right? The way he does it is with an incredibly chaotic silhouette. If you trace the caca eater's silhouette with your eyes, you will never find a place to rest. Never. It's incredibly chaotic, very movement. It's supposed to be jarring and unsettling. Not only that, they give him a fucking color scheme that looks diseased and uncomfortable. So even though his shape language should be friendly, it's really not. It's just using the silhouette in a different way. And then the sun is the thing that actually has the triangular pointy intense bits, right? But everything looks diseased, looks gross, looks like in really off-putting colors. And that's the vibe that tells you that this dude is up to no good. Like, he is not like you. He looks like a walking turd. Well, yeah. He looks like a scab. It's gross. I hate the fact that he has gripper boots. This creature needs to be cast into the lake of fire. Yep, disgusting. Covered in blood, covered in growths. It's just sickly. Disgusting. Nuke it from orbit. Nobody likes the doo-doo eater, okay? Nobody. Say what you want about him, but he's not shaming everyone's fetishes. You know, maybe we should fucking, shame him. This is literally like the shots of the dung eater in the movie, and it's just fucking people throwing things at him. This is like leaked shots from the Elden Ring movie set. It's just people fucking... It's just people yeeting lettuce and shit at him when they hung him. They just boo this man. You know? Literally, this is what everybody wants to do to this dude. And you know what? Deserved.
The pee poo poo man.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. It looks too clean. It needs to be more rusty. Though they're gonna fucking add those effects in post-off, probably. It's a good costume, yeah.
His curse is to turn people into omen.
Through eating their poo-poos. Thank you. The only bad thing is that, like, the growths are a bit on the small side. They should be bigger.
Caca connoisseur.
Ew, thank you. I wonder how bad he smells. Well, imagine someone eating... No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that to myself. No.
Don't watch the Elden Ring movie with smell-o-vision when he comes into scene.
Oh, God. Chat, please! Why is he not on fire? Because he's not on fire.
I saw a theory that he is eating the soul ball, which in Japanese folklore is an organ in your guts that holds your soul.
Apparently your soul is in your asshole. Who would have known? That gag was genuine. No, yeah, no, that was real.
The entire quest is to become her next consort and Elden Lord. If Marika didn't become a husk, we would be repopulating the demigods tenfold.
That's literally how I draw her, though. It's like, oh, I'm fine. Okay, let's keep going. Give me baby. Thank you. This one is gross. Okay, get off my screen. Gold mask. A freak. A freak of fucking nature. A freak! Best... No. T-post to assert dominance. Oh, yeah, that's his vibe. Dude, can I just say how much I love this dude's outfit? He's such a freak, because, like, he's barely wearing clothes. And what he is wearing is, like, psychedelic fucking golden lingerie. If you put this on an anime waifu, like, during Golden Week, people would go nuts. But unfortunately, Elden Ring decided to put it on an old man. An old, knobbly man. With a really cool blinged out mask. But, like, the jewelry itself is super sexy. The execution, not so much. He's just living free, dong out, like... And it's such beautiful jewelry, too. It's carved like trees and leaves and shit. Could I make a sexy gold mask? If I make, like, a slutty woman version, Could I make a sexy gold mask? He's just living free, yeah. Oh no, I could do it. You could, yeah. Rehydrating first. Obviously, she would be rehydrated. And she's just pointing at your dick. Like, it's the weird hippie, yeah. Make it this, but sexy. That's boring. I'd still make it really skinny and weird, but like an actual sexy lady. You're boring, Spanish. What if I want to give it tatas? What about a slutty male gold mask? We can just rehydrate him. No one gives a shit about the sexy guys. I'm gonna play to my audience. My audience wants to see tits. Like, he's so skinny. Is he still alive? Yeah, he just points at things. Can you give him gold mask nipples? No, I'm just gonna give it fat bags. Cause like, he's really skinny and really lanky and really weird, and his skin is like fucking ashen and gross. But like, he's wearing like the sexiest underwear known to man. Do you guys want to see sexy gold mask? Press 1 if you want to see sexy gold mask. Gold mask pasties. 1. Oh no. Chat! Okay, fine. This one, I'm illustration, because I'm not making a comic of this, but like, to conceptualize it. And you know what? I bet I could get away with drawing it on stream. Sexy gold mask. I bet I could design it on stream. This one's less. This one's not that many. This is like 100 subs. Like, relatively tame sub goal. Dear God. I would make sexy gold mask, but turn it into a sexy woman, okay? Can you make a 3-panel picture? The first one, she's a raisin. Second, someone dumps water onto her. Third, tries to really sexy gold mask. No, because that counts as TF. Patreon doesn't like that. Will we ever find out what sexy pics are? Yes. Sexy dehydrated woman. Energy. We are predictable. We could put Marika in this, honestly, yeah. But, like, I like to draw Marika naked. He's already peak sexy. This is peak masculinity. This is what peak masculinity looks like. I just ask that you keep the same skin tone. No, let me fucking do my thing. Let me do my thing. Patreon doesn't like transformation. No. Okay. Let's see his content because I think he does have some. See, look how fucking baller that underwear is, though. Look at it. It's so pretty, like woven bows and leaves, and he has his like stick, mama, like, and he also has like the beautiful leg jewelry, grippers out, and like the fucking delicate armbands that are also made of gold. Like, I would make it a thong, but like still like ripped up cloak. Like, it's very much giving like ancient sage vibes, right? And believe it or not, this guy unlocks an ending. Tara, thanks so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you. This guy unlocks an ending, believe it or not. If you manage to do his full quest line, which is just a lot of fucking following him around. And hey, Para, thanks so much for the sub too. Sexiest panties ever is not even on Fia. It's really an interesting design though, because I think he's meant to look like a crazy old hippie. Like, emaciated, barely eats, spends all of his time trying to, like, decipher the golden light of the Erd Tree. And the conclusion that he gets to is that the gods need to be controlled. So that's his ending. His ending is just control the gods. Get this man some lotion or something. Yeah, he's a bit dehydrated. Like, his cloak is falling apart. It's super old. The mask is actually cracked in the middle. It's super fucking baller, though. I just really like the outfit. Oh, that's sick. I never knew that. Yeah. Like, not everybody gets his ending, because it's kind of hard to finish it. You need to actually find out the secret behind Radagon and Marika to actually be able to unlock it, I think. But yeah, his whole thing is that he wants Golden Order to be, like, more an order of man than of the gods. He achieved it like Nirvana. Yeah, and then I think he died immediately. I think he was like, yes, I've come to the conclusion, dies. You need a very specific spell to be able to unlock that. I actually had to raise my intelligence via using amulets and a great rune to be able to get that spell and get that fucking ending because I wanted all of them. And I was like, I'm not respecking just for this. So I used amulets and a great rune and got my intelligence up high enough so I could actually learn it. It's a really solid design, though. I like how weird it is, especially. Because a lot of the NPCs in Elden Ring are not quite human. And I like how weird this guy looks. Like, he hasn't eaten in years. Which is why after you get his ending, he, like, dies immediately. I had to do that also.
A man where the translation truly screwed him. Wanting to perfect the Golden Order without its flaws, using Radagon's fundamentalism without bias.
Yeah, the translation makes it feel like he just wants to control the gods. Thank you. And thanks so much for the subs, you guys!
I wasn't able to say it yesterday, but I want Twink Gambit getting pegged by Rogue.
Thank you. His apprentice kills him. Yeah, because he goes so insane from trying to figure out what his fucking deal is.
I once threw his rags onto my lady Tarnished and she wore it way better.
Yeah, I think that if you put, like, these rags on, like, a woman body, it's gonna look much hotter. He got mad about the truth and he killed Golden Eyes. Yeah, the poor apprentice, mama. His entire questline is, like, achieving post-nut clarity without climax. It's one of the weirder ones. Barely covers the nips. Oh, yeah. Well, that's good for the sexy gold mask if we do it, though. Thank you. If you, like, again, that's just a dehydrated drag with oof. He's fine. I feel bad for him, though, because if he had actually said a word to his apprentice, that would not have happened.
Female gold mask would be what leads to your ending with Marika. Coming back to life and continuing what she does with her new consort.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, do you want to make babies with the goddess? Here you go. Thank you. I think the apprentice was too loyal to the order. The Golden Order is flawed fundamentally, yeah. Okay, more. Thank you. Incredibly flawed. Well, yeah, they were listening to Fingers chat. Tanith! Mommy, mother is mothering. Mother is mothering. I love Tanith, okay? I love Tanith. This woman married Rykard. She married that big snake and then tried to eat it. But, like, this woman guzzled fucking snake dick, okay? She's fucking great. She is a mother. She's a great character. She's super weird. Mask never comes off. Incredibly alluring. Has a great voice, too. Mask mommy. Together. Yeah. Eat the snake. Yeah, she tries to eat it. 2 holes. She knew she had 2. 2 weens, mama. Yearling God, thanks so much for gifting 10 channel memberships. Thank you. What do you mean try? No, she ate it. She guzzles that shit. Yes, she does. But she has such a good design, though. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like a fancier version of Rhea's robes. Like white instead of green. But like everything else in Elden Ring, it's a little bit aged and a little bit dirty. So I think she does have concept art. Does she have actual concept art or is it just like the fit? I think she does, though. This is Tanith's concept art, so you can very clearly see that she is very much a noble. Dressed like a noble, and she has, like, her mask, which is super fancy. Her silhouette is a little bit on the more intense side with the mask, because she's technically not a good guy. She works for Rykard, right? So she's married to Rykard, I think. She's his consort. And her whole thing is just fucking killing people, killing, like, Tarnished. A former dancer. She was a dancer. She's like, so she's very alluring. Her outfit is very pretty. It's like a white version of Rita's. Not as like dirty though. I love the embroidery. I love the designs on it. I like that even though she's in Volcano Manor, she's still wearing like ivory, you know? Is she like neutral evil? More like... No, yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, the mask is very Eastern noblewoman. I love how sexy it is. And again, you never see her face, but she's gorgeous. Loves her adopted daughters. Oh, yeah, here's the thing, though, right? Mom loves her, that fucking snooter. Loves her. Loves her, loves her. I don't know if Rita is her actual daughter or not. It's implied that she was, like, birthed through, like, a weird-ass ritual. But Tanith still loves her to bits. Yeah, she's, like, adopted. I love the little bits of gold in the outfit, but it's more like a reddish gold, so it's not, like, the pure gold of the Golden Order. It's more like a burnt gold, like a tainted gold. It's very, very pretty. Let's see some detail on the mask, because I think it's like there's like beading all over it. Yeah, the mask itself is actually beading, right? It's not solid gold. It's like gold, beads, and gemstones, and there's a bunch of gemstones on the crown of the mask as well. It's actually very interesting that they never show you her face, but I still love her voice. Yeah, it's like rose gold. And again, she's loyal to her husband to a fault. If you do Rykard's boss fight and you beat him, she will try and eat him. Because Rykard believes that if he consumes people, they will become a part of him. You do get some cool armor for request, though. Yes, to be fair. To be fair. The snake sex must have been crazy, though. I love her design, personally.
Gold Mask's ending is a reflection of Ranni's No Gods Only Man.
Yeah, kind of. Except his, like, still goes with gold as opposed to just going with night. Thank you.
I'm Baudaka.
No, chat! She's very pretty underneath the mask. Oh, I mean, you can tell. Too bad I never went anywhere with her eating Rykard. It just ends there. Yeah, it's supposed to be disturbing. Thank you. How did that even work, though? Rykard wasn't always a snake, you guys. When she first married the dude, he was a normal person. He fused himself with the snake later.
Fun fact. Morgat and Tanith have the same voice actors as Alphanut and Alisae's parents from 14.
Really? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. That's how you can describe, like, 90% of the cast. Yeah, sad. Normal by Elden Ring standards. Yeah, he was a big person. He was big. Who was the eldest son? Was it Rykard or Radahn? I think Rykard was the oldest of Radagon's kids. Then it was Radahn, and then it was Ranni. Yeah, Rykard is the oldest. Yeah. But yeah, I love Tanith's design so much. It's super pretty. More! They really know how to make gritty fantasy that's still very eerily beautiful, I think. Patches Loki has a crush on Tanith too. I mean, why wouldn't he? Oh, we will devour the very gods together. Dude, this boss fight is a gimmick boss fight. There has to be at least one. And the design for Rykard, El Diablo, wait, goes fucking hard as shit. I'm sorry. Aura fucking farming. You used to be a person. Is this a wood for you? No. You used to be a person, mama, and then you became this. Oh, fun fact, all those hands coming out of his body, yeah, those are the champions that get to meet him. This is what happens to you. If you kill enough Tarnished and he decides that you're worthy of meeting him, he will eat you, and you will become a part of this. And that's why some servants, when they learned what happened to him, that he fused with, like, the disgusting snake thing, wanted to kill him to put him out of his misery. That's why there's a weapon to kill him. You can kill him with your normal inventory, but it's not as easy. Nasty, disgusting. Family. The big D, if you will. But the design goes hard as fuck. It's a giant snake with, like, goopy blood hands all over it. It's hanging around in lava constantly. You can't see it from this angle, but on the other side of his face, the snake's head is there. He basically merged himself with a cursed snake because he ended up hating the Golden Order. I think Ranni actually was, like, with him on this. She was like, yeah, bet. And he became a heretic, and that's why he lives in Volcano Manor. The Blasphemous Blade is a good weapon, though. Yup. My dick grew 3 times larger when using the Snake Slayer. Oh, I used it. I didn't even fucking try. Like, I think I used it, like... And he does have a great rune still, I think. Does he? I think he does, yeah. The Serpent Hunter. Yup. At first he was trying to kill the snake, but then when he was like, oh, fuck that shit, he just became the snake. Let's see his concept work. So this is like what he looks like, full concept art, right? His the actual snake face is this thing. It's kind of like dead. Because Rykard is in full control. Jacob, thanks so much for the membership. But Rykard's actual face is on the back of the snake. It's kind of like scaled, looks like a mushroom growth almost. Really, really gross. And then just like all the bloody hands coming out of it are like the heroes that he's consumed that are a part of him, right? And he's just fucking feeding him another one because why not? He's blinged out. He is super blinged out. He has a lot of rings and stuff, which are really, really dope. And he's just consuming people. That's like his thing, right? He just wants to eat people because he wants them to become a part of him so he can become really, really powerful and kill the gods. Interesting to note that on his concept art, he is actually sitting on shed skin. And he also has 6 fingers. But that might be a part of the curse. Also, he's blinged out to filth. I think those rings are the ones that he gives to people that he wants to meet. I think you do get a ring from Rykard from Tanith, right? And he's either recycling them from people that he's eating, or, Yes, 7 fingers. Ew, yeah, that's vile. Ringed finger weapon? Yeah, I think that the ringed finger weapon is something that he did not give that to you, but like it's kind of like reminiscent to this. Family super dripped out, but you do get a ring from him, I think. Those just look like the hand enemies. They look like it, but they're not. But mama, let me tell you, in our world where rings give you fucking stat boosts, yeah, your hands would look like this, but it looks like a lot of them are almost fused to his flesh. Thank you for that insane detail, by the way, Elden Ring. I never would have known he was blinged out to filth if it wasn't for that. Fucking disgusting. I love the insane detail that they put on this character, though. Everything about it is vile. That many rings would actually hurt like hell. Well, it's a snake. He doesn't care. It's really sad because I don't think I have the picture of what Rykard used to look like before he became this, but there is art of him. I don't think there's any official art of him, sadly. Almost nowhere to rest on this guy. Nope. No, he has an incredibly chaotic silhouette, and that's on purpose. There's a picture in his manor. That's why he lives in a volcano. He's cold-blooded, yeah. And he just says, like, we shall devour the gods together. It's very annoying. He just repeats that forever. They made Rykard very pretty. Rykard was incredibly beautiful. I thought there was a portrait of him somewhere. There probably is. It's probably in the manor somewhere, though. And we all live together, indeed. I recommend grabbing Dusty the Elden Ring fan art. Oh, I think I've seen their stuff, yeah. Give this guy an ending, just more of curiosity. What's your opinion on Vani's bust size and fan art? I mean, depends on which one you're drawing, because if you're doing the Empyrean one, she probably has a nice chest, but the doll one is almost flat-chested.
Hey, you have a baby on the way, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to name them Sirius or Orion?
Sirius sounds cute. Orion does not sound good in Spanish. Thank you. The Dung Eater gets an ending. Why not this guy? I don't know why Rykard doesn't have an ending. Oh, I think I found it. Would be okay, except he insists on putting all the gods in his air fryer. Indeed. Yeah, I have the art booked in here, so. We were pestering them about those names before she even saw consultations. Yeah, you were. Yeah, I was like, is there a reason you guys are saying Sirius and Orion specifically? We're still not set on boy names. Like, girl names, we have a bunch of good options, Renala being one of them, but like, boy names, we're still kind of lost. I found it! It's this one. Rykard was actually pretty handsome before he lost his shit. Tanith, the Erd Tree on fire, Radan. And there's a Giga Chat Radan. Radan is the tits, okay? Radan is the tits. But yeah, that was Rykard before he became a disgusting snake thing. Who's the top left, though? I have no idea. Probably just some noble. These are portraits that are in the game. Specifically Volcano Manor.
What about Carcosan_Wanderer? After your most loyal fan.
Absolutely not. Too long a name. But thank you. Maybe him with a mask. These are all the Volcano Manor portraits. Hand-painted, by the way. Because it's not like it's impossible to do. Guys, enjoy shit like this, because in the future, I can guarantee you, most games are just not going to bother, and they're going to make assets like this with AI. Fucking massive props to the Elden Ring team for actually painting these illustrations for the game. Thank you very much. That's a noble they have that outfit, yeah. I see 7 fingers. It was probably made with AI. The 7 fingers happened after he ate that snake! Yeah, like, enjoy having assets like this in games, because they're gonna become rare in AAA fucking creations later. Anyway. That was Rykard. The AI bubble cannot pop fast enough. Oh, I agree completely. How do they scan painted art in games? Simple. A lot of these artworks were actually created digitally. When I say that they're hand-painted, they're made by people, but it's very likely that these were made digitally and they were just put into the frames. Like, the frames have, like, geometry, and part of the texturing was just each painting. It's just really impressive that they made all of these, though. If I see AI art in a game, I want my money back. Yeah, apparently NT had some stuff that was supposedly AI generated. They said it wasn't, but people like called it out. At this point, though, they're trying to sneak shit in there so people don't react. We just need to keep making a stink about it, I think. Miyazaki's insane, though. Miyazaki's insane. Because we realize we've seen Rani. We have never seen Rani in any painting, have we? No, Rani specifically does not show up as her Empyrean form in anywhere in the game, because I think that the devs purposely made what she used to look like very ambiguous. But we do know from her corpse that she is a redhead and she was very tall. Do you think that if I ate the entirety of an AI data center, I'd gain all the knowledge? You probably gain all, like, a fucking giga cancer from all the fucking radiation from shit like that. Well, no, it's not radiation, but, like, from all the technology, not all the knowledge. You would become a cyborg. No, no. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave this one at this for now. We have about 23 characters left. I think most of them tend to be tied to millennia somehow. So I think what we're gonna do is we're going to leave basically the carrion side of things here, because that's what we basically did today. Some Golden Order, mostly carrion. And then we'll do the ones tied to millennia in the next stream. Unfortunately, there is no art book for Shadow of the Erd Tree yet, and I would very much like for that to come out before I make a DLC video, so we're gonna have to wait. But for this one, I'm gonna leave it here. If you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who your favorite character in Elden Ring is. If you want to see it, are you enjoying the reviews? Let me know in the comments. Fight your demons. I love it. Guys, don't forget that if you guys want to get Omega Chad energy drink and fight the gods together, go check out gsupps. It's absolutely delightful energy drinks. You can make them at home. Super affordable, 40 cents per serving. Any flavor you could possibly dream of, and they come in caffeine-free as well. Use code Geekymation at checkout for 10% off your entire order, or go to gamersupps.gg/geekymation. And with that, I can say that this YouTube segment is done. But remember, we have a little video for this, but like, remember, I want to get the YouTube channel to 200,000 followers before my birthday. We have a month. I believe in us. I think we can do it. I will continue to poke every fandom I can with a stick, but I need you guys to help me get the channel to 200K before my birthday, because I am turning 200,000 years old. I'm an old Eldritch Thing. And if the numbers match, my year would be absolutely made. And I would not have to feed my husband to an Eldritch being. Not me, another one. Together, like the 67 of Elden Ring, haha. Yes, it is! Yeah, so I'm gonna keep poking fandoms with a stick, and we're gonna keep out putting banger content. But I want to hit 100K before my birthday, before the end of the month. We can do it. There is an Erdtree book, by the way. I have the Elden Ring art book. I just don't have the DLC one because I don't think it's out yet. The problem is that the Erdtree book only has non-spoiler things, and it's digital, right? So, like, it's missing a lot of stuff. And to be able to do the review properly, I need everybody. I need... It probably doesn't really have Radahn and Mikola. It probably doesn't have Saint Trina. It probably just has, like, the base NPCs you meet, and that's it. And we need the full thing. It actually came as, like, I think with the deluxe edition with Shadow of the Erdtree, so I don't think it has any spoilers from what I know. So that's why I can't plan that review just yet. And I like owning them, so. No, Vorley, no! I mean, Mesmer has a lot to the lore there. Yeah, he does. It's unfortunately a piss poor attempt compared to the books at 1 and 2. Yeah. I hope that they do actually make a Shadow of the Erdtree book. Because, like, the digital version is one thing, but, having, like, an actual book with all of that artwork. Because, let's face it, that was as big as a fucking game in itself. Not as big as base Elden Ring, but pretty fucking big. So I think that they should make an official art book for that, too. I'm actually planning maybe to do an actual League of Legends character review as a 200K special, because it was not a character review when I first talked about the characters. It was like a smash or pass, like a ranking. And it was one of the first videos we had that kind of popped off on the channel. So I've actually never reviewed League of Legends characters properly. Oh, God have mercy. It's just the characters. We're not playing League. You need an external drive for both the game and DLC in terms of size. The DLC is really big. I think the DLC was like, how much was it? It was large, though. It was at least 40 hours of content. So that's as big as some fucking medium-sized games. Like, my initial Elden Ring playthrough was 6 months, 3 hours a week. Do the math. It was over 100 hours. I think I finished the fucking thing at like 90 to 100 hours. And then Shadow of the Erdtree is at least another 40. More if you fucking 100% it and get all the fucking skibbity tree shards. The characters are enough for League, especially since there are many characters that have been totally redesigned. Yeah, and they have a lot of them. The what shards? The skibidi tree shards you needed to, like... Okay, so the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, it was actually very, very difficult, and the way that you actually gained stats there was you had to find shards of, like, the actual fucking... The skibidi tree. I refuse to call it by its real name. Because otherwise, the people who had, like, New Game Plus 7 would just go in and decimate the whole DLC. So Miyazaki, being smart, decided to actually nerf everybody and use a different leveling up method so you actually would be on the same playing field as everybody else who was playing the DLC for the first time. The problem was, the DLC was not designed for new Elden Ring players. No, the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC was designed for people who had actually only just beat the game recently and did a ton of it, or people with like 50 New Game Pluses, because you needed to beat Mog to get in there. And Mog is one of, like, the hardest fights in the game. For fucking reference, Mog took me about 13 attempts. It took me almost 2 hours to beat that rat bastard. And I'm not bad at Souls games. I'm fairly decent. Now imagine what a normal person who has never fucking picked up a Souls game in their life and did not do the Mog fight because it was completely fucking optional is gonna think. Yeah, I saw a lot of people getting mad that they couldn't even get into the DLC that they bought. Oh yeah, I beat Radan pre-nerfed as well. It was a ride. That one I actually did dual stream with the League off. It took me a week to beat him. I did it in like an hour, but it took me a bit to fucking get a hold of the pattern. Like 2 hours, actually. Literally filtered. Literally, the DLC will filter you. Everything about Mog is about blood, but he's actually quite vulnerable to bleed wheels, which is probably why I fucking managed to decimate his ass in 2 hours, but still. That's fucking impressive, Lily. No, like, Mog gave me a hard time. He gave me a hard time mainly because of Nihil. Because, fun fact, there's an item that can counter that shit. I didn't know about it. People in chat kept trying to tell me, and I wasn't really looking at chat because I was fighting a thing. And just talking to myself, as I tended to do while I played Elden Ring. Before, because it was actually my second go at Elden Ring, but the first go I didn't beat it because then life happened. I used to talk to myself / the dog. And then I put it down, and then Hubby was like, why don't you stream it? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I can do that, because I've heard about the DLC, and I was like, ooh, I want to play the DLC on camera. And he was like, you're going to have to beat Elden Ring on stream for that. I was like, okay, I can do that. You were fighting for your life. I was fighting for my life in there, holy shit. Millennia was worse. Millennia took me, like, a stream and a half, and a lot of alcohol. Things I cannot do anymore. That makes me so fucking sad that, like, my fucking acid reflux debuff doesn't let me fucking do drunk challenges anymore. It was funny when Reaver said the DLC is a challenge, everything crowd on him should shut up very quickly. Because, like, it is a challenge, though. It wasn't designed for your run-of-the-mill player. It was designed for people who beat Elden Ring. That was kind of the point. Well, I paused supers, hold on. Thank you.
Ramon is a boy name, maybe?
Me recuerda el Chavo del Ocho, no. But thank you. Acid reflux sucks. I know. I mean, right now I can't drink for other reasons, but like now whenever I try, it's like, oh god, heartburn.
I know this is off topic, but I've been enjoying your character design reviews.
Thank you.
Have you? Would you consider doing one for Toho Project? What with all of their crazy designs?
I would consider it, but here's the problem. The official art for Toho sucks. But maybe we could do one with, like, the official art versus, like, actual decent fan art. Not Goonie fan art, decent fan art. That's my problem with Toho, that the official art is kind of bad. I'm also trying to plan a Limbus review as well. Spanish is helping me with that. But it won't be a traditional character review, if that makes sense. Toho has fun designs. Fun design, bad artwork. Most of the good artwork for Toho is, like, fan art. Have you ever watched Looking Up to Magical Girls? Oh, you mean Gushing Over Magical Girls? I tried to read the manga, but it was so creepy that I had to put it down. Zun is not an artist. His art is terrible. He tries, though. He did his best. You just went ahead and said it. What? The art is dog shit? Like, what? He's not a good artist. It's fine. The game is fun as fuck, but the art is not good. And the music is great. Like, I'm not blaming him for not being an artist. He's not an artist. He illustrated however he could. He's more of a musician than an artist. The music is phenomenal. Fun fact, Toho Music, the fucking microtones are so aggressive that when I was in first trimester and it showed up in my iTunes, it almost made me barf. The Limbus part. Oh, yeah. Like, the fucking music for Toho was so intense that it made me nauseous. I've never seen the official art now that I think about it. Why do you think? I'm pretty sure Zun is aware of this himself, and that's probably why he promotes fan art. I don't know why at this point he hasn't hired an artist to do it for him. Because, like, the thing that makes Toho great is the gameplay and the music. It's immensely popular in Japan, super niche in the West. It was really big in, like, the 2000s. Now, not so much, though. But the music is still good. I only know about Toho because a lot of TF2 themes used to reference back then. I know about it because I love the music. I only know it from the fan art. Oh yeah, I only know about Toho from the porn, fun fact. I've seen porn of it before I knew what it was. Some excited modders play classical music out loud when they're pregnant. I've literally been fucking playing everything in my iTunes, so they can't hear anything yet. But if you think I'm gonna be fucking playing Baby Shark to my kid, not happening. You're fucking taking your naps with Dearly Beloved. The Kingdom Hearts fucking soundtrack is great for babies. Of course you've seen it from that kind of far now. Yeah, I've seen Patchouli getting raid 50 ways from Tuesday. Yeah. Basically, I'm sorry, I hate baby music. How come babies have to listen to stupid, repetitive slop Cocomelon music? Why can't I play the fucking Kingdom Hearts soundtrack to my baby? Bluey's cute. Bluey's allowed. Because their brain's dumb. But no! It doesn't matter if their brain is dumb. You hear pretty noises and you're like, ah! Depends on if they'll get into it or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure that my kid is going to grow up to be at least some form of gamer. Honestly, as, like, it would benefit him greatly if he was a gamer. Thanks to my job, I buy pretty much every game known to man, at least the ones that I want anyway. So he would have access to pretty much anything that they would probably, their little baby heart desire. So it kind of would benefit them to be a gamer. Just saying.
There are official works with good art.
Thank you.
Also, your art of Yuyuko Saigyoji was great.
Oh yeah, I did draw her, didn't I? The ghost one, she's cute. You know the gender? No, hubby does. We just sometimes call it both because I have no idea. As a Spanish speaker, we don't have gender-neutral terms. So we're not used to saying they. That's why I kind of defaulted to fucking Bean. I've also decided I'm gonna make it my fucking mission that whenever a Nintendo game comes out physically, I'm buying that shit. I just need it. If I can get a copy, and especially PlayStation 2, by the way, before the GameCube comes out, because I saw PlayStation's stupid 30-day game thing, and I was like, oh, I'm buying physical, okay. I like Pingu. Pingu was cute. What's gonna be the kid's favorite video game? I feel like that will be like the moment in a child's life. I don't know. Probably start them with something simple, though. Probably a Nintendo game. They're very kid-friendly.
Play Toho music for your kid instead of lullabies. You'll thank me later. I
will literally raise an ADHD. Have you heard Toho music? It's aggressive in a good way. Yeah.
You be interested in watching viewers Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel replays on stream.
I barely understand Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. Like, I kind of know how to play it, but I'm not great at it. Thank you. Old-fashioned Mario games? I mean, the classics are fine. I did like Doom 2016, yes. Maybe I'll play Eternal. Your kid will play Silk Song and be like, what the fuck is this old outdated shit? I will slap them. Slap. No gentle parenting in this house. If you can beat fucking Hollow Knight, you can get your V-Bucks. Yeah, I don't want to have a foot lodged in my ribs for like a few more months. So yeah, no Toho music. Toto's a bullet hell. Of course the music is intense. I know. Like, I don't know. I know that like they can kick you. I'm not looking forward to that, mind you. If you can dodge a reg, you can dodge a ball. That's Toho. I like Doom because Doom lets me take out my anger at the universe in a healthy way. Stardew Valley music's cute. It's like, you don't get it. The killing the demon makes you feel better on the inside. I liked your rage in the Doom streams. I got, like, hella mad, but, like, it's because I was channeling the rage I needed to fucking get rid of. One of the best things I had when I was a kid, when I turned, like, 11, was when my parents gave me an iPod Shuffle for my birthday. Being able to listen to my own music, make my own iTunes playlist. The only problem with the shuffle is that it was, you know, shuffled. Made me so happy when I was a kid. And I am that person. I still am that person. Hubby hates this about me. But, like, he also does it. That I will play the same song on repeat until I get bored of it. Me too. What, like, if I like a song, I will play it until I'm bored. Rule number 1 of responsible parenting and when making content is don't make content of your kids until they're 18 and can consent. Oh, yeah. What that means, for anybody that might misunderstand that phrasing, it's basically don't film your kid and put them on the internet without asking. Don't fucking make content that's, like, geared around them. Like, I genuinely think, that family blogs are like the devil. Because these kids grow up super exposed to the internet, super exposed to attention, and then they grow up very poorly regulated, and they think that the only way to be happy in life is getting people's attention. That's why you have, like, what was that fucking stupid kid that crashed his car on stream and got arrested? A dumb kick streamer who basically got his start by, like, fucking harassing, like... No, not Rakai. By, like, fucking, like, harassing, like, Jake Paul and shit because their parents took them. You know? Yeah, Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty fucking got his start when he was, like, 13 years old, fucking annoying the shit out of other content creators, and their parents never put a stop to it. And then there's, like, the family bloggers that, like, exploit their children for views. That just fucking grosses me out. The rule in my house is gonna be very simple, and I'm gonna have to basically drill this into my sister's skull, because me and hubby are on the same page. We're not putting our kid on the internet. I'm not taking pictures of my kid to put on the internet. Any pictures I have of my baby will be for family use only, maybe old school photo albums, but I'm not putting any pictures up on Instagram or anything like that, because I just don't want my kids online until they're, like, old enough to understand why it's a bad idea. Because, like, if you can't explain why social media can be dangerous to a kid, they should just not be on it. There's a reason why most websites, most social media tends to be either 18 plus or 13 plus. I think it should be 16 plus, personally. Especially spaces that allow not safe for work, like Twitter. And I don't like TikTok either. As someone who's a Twitter addict, and I fucking despise this about myself, the endless doom scrolling does fry your brain. Speaking of dopamine frying the brain, dude, it's been confirmed that Miyamoto intentionally fucking made the movie a literal fucking surge of TikTok clips, fucking level pacing, so kids wouldn't get bored. That is really disappointing to hear, honestly. Two of my friends only put pictures of their toddlers on Instagram. Each picture's without their face. I'm very curated to limit the exposure. Yeah. That's like, I'm gonna tell my family, like, if you fucking dare put my kid on social media, I'm never gonna send you any more pictures, so.
So, I have a question. Your cute doggo. Do you have a place where you post pictures of them?
I should post pictures of my dog on my fucking Twitter, but I mainly use it for art and I don't want to clutter it with the dog. Sometimes I post pictures in the Discord server. I guess I could put pictures of the dog on my Instagram or on YouTube community posts. That would be allowed. But the movie was good. See, I can't tell you if the movie was good or bad. I haven't seen it yet, but from what I hear, the story was not great. The story was just awful. We have to talk about the TikTokification of kids' media because it's getting more and more common. The problem is, Miyamoto, I love you, but shut the fuck up about movies. You are not a filmmaker, okay? You make games. You make great games. But applying the same logic you apply to games into movies, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. The whole point of a game being fast-paced is that you set the pacing when you're playing the video game. You can play the Mario game as fast or as slowly as you want. It's completely up to you. With a movie, the pacing is set by the director, not the viewer. So if you make a movie with breakneck pacing to keep the kids entertained, you're just adding to the problem of kids having no retention whatsoever. That's why it's really hard to translate a video game into a good movie. Yeah, exactly, because the pacing completely depends on the player. It's not easy to do. Do you know they are for the Mario Galaxy movie? If you like the first movie, you like the second. If you didn't, you won't. Their MO barely changed for better and for worse. See, that's the funny thing, right? I like the first movie visually. I love the animation. Do not like Girl Boss Peach. Despise Girl Boss Peach. But the story pacing was too fast. Way too fast. It's just a kid's film. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't fucking realize that kids deserve slop. No, I hate that argument. I despise that. But it's a movie for kids. No. I had great media when I was a kid. Kids can understand things.
I think the only video game movies I've enjoyed were the Tron movies.
Oh, those were great.
Highly recommend them.
Those were great. Thank you. I'm sorry. I fucking hate that argument with a burning passion. Why don't kids deserve good media? Why does anything that's fucking made for fucking children have to be slop, super fast-paced TikTok clips? No. No, no, no. When I was a kid, I had a really, really good set of movies with slow to fast pacing that were easy to understand. You can make a movie with fast pacing, but they just did not do it well in the Mario movie, that's all. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a really, really great movie, and it has breakneck speed pacing. Dan the Van is incredibly fast-paced, and it's a great show. You can make something fast-paced, but, like, write it properly. I hate that argument. It's just the dumbest argument to be like, well, it's for kids, so it can be fucking bad. Like, no, kids deserve good entertainment. I don't know what happened to the world that people think that kids don't deserve anything, like, deep or meaningful or like with any fucking emotional impact. It's just like, oh yeah, just entertain the little fuckos and that's it. They're people. Louis alone should prove that kids and media can be great without patronizing children. Yes, thank you. Kids are fucking people. They're smaller and they're not as smart, but you're still like, they have potential to become amazing people. Why are we squandering it? Art is like the one thing that you can use to express your emotions in a safe way and to actually like connect with feelings that you're never gonna, that you might never have or you've never had before. And as a kid, that's so important. Anyway, I'm fucking overdoing myself. I'm gonna go. I'm very passionate about this, I'm sorry. I love you things so much. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me for another character review. It's always great to have you.
One of the best examples of a kids show not talking down to its audience is actually one I grew up with. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, phenomenal show. Alright, but that's about it from me, things. I will see you tomorrow. Go get some gamer subs. Go sub to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Use code KingMation. Alright, I will see you tomorrow. I'll have the schedule up as soon as I can. Alright, okay, bye. Love you. Bye.